What up, everybody? Happy afternoon time, I guess. It's weird not being here in the morning, but good day morning time. Hello, it me. I need to pull up chat on my right monitor, otherwise I'm gonna be doing that. Jesus Christ. What up, Genova? How are you, love? Getting tacos tonight. We usually make tacos every Taco Tuesday. We're pretty basic. I just realized my camera. Oh, it's so bright. Out of here. Big white screen. I just inhaled my spit. That's fine. I'm doing great. I have had way too much coffee today. Well, not too much. I would just say I've had my coffee fill for the day, but I'll caffeine toast. It's coming off. You know what? Whatever. We're not gonna pay attention to that right now. It's me, bitches. What up, everybody? How are you doing? Therapy was rough. My brain hurts, but I'm here and I need to laugh with you guys. How are you doing? Or play a game or something. How are you all fucking doing? Hello, damned man. How are you? We discovered a place nearby that does amazing tacos and homemade chips and salsa. Yum. That's probably like the second best thing about Colorado is the Mexican food is legit everywhere. Like every place nearby us, there's a Nona in the back making tamales with her hands. And it's just, they're phenomenal. Like every Mexican place, you can't go wrong with Mexican food around here unless you, I don't even know if there is a Mexican food chain, to be honest, in the area. Because there's just so many family owned Mexican restaurants, but they're so fucking good. They know how to do food. Hello, Kinger. How are you? I just realized that's not gonna go to another song because it's a No, YouTube's been a douche today. I don't know what the fuck is up. Thank you, Trekkie. I feel tired. I don't know. Therapy always wears me out. My brain. It's like I think it's a mixture of like the anxiety before the appointment of just like having an appointment to do anything gives me anxiety, and I like just pit out all day. And then you like dump your brain out, and then afterwards I'm just like, what are feelings? What are emotions? What are thoughts? I don't know. I'm dead now. Still recovering emotionally. Oh my god, did you enjoy it though? Did you guys did anybody get a chance to watch the show yesterday? Oh, I am enlivened. My spirit is alive. I have fucking missed RPing so much. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I fucking love it. I guess it's like my craving for theater. I used to be in theater a lot, like my whole life. And it just was so much fun, man. It's so much fun getting to be a goofball with other people. Dude, yesterday was a blast. But god damn, the other players did such a heart-wrenchingly good job at developing their characters' like families, like their homes that they went to, as opposed to like the contradicting image of what you get of them at school. I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't got to watch the episode from yesterday, episode 1 of the QT, the new RP show that I get to be in, it's really good. It's really good. It's something I've never really done before. I've never really got to play a kid. And so I get to be a snarky teenager. It's the dream. It's the dream. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. What up, Poop Deck? How are you, love? I'm glad you liked it, Kona. I had so much fun, honestly. Like, I feel like when the players are having fun, the show's always better. And I think everybody had a really good time. It's literally a mental exercise, literally. And she always gives me homework, which, like, sometimes I'll take the day off if I have therapy, like, if it's at a certain time of the day, because she gives me homework. And even if I don't do like, it's for the week, it's like things to think about, things to journal on, whatever for the week. I can't not think about it all day. Like, that's the new thing. I tweeted it. Thoughts are not facts. That is hurting me. I know it, but I hate it. She's such a truth teller. She fucking punches me in the gut with words. What up, Rod? How are you? Dude, I've been listening to Rez so much lately. I'm literally addicted. It might be close to one of the best shows Sheepy's done. Really? I mean, Dragon Riders, though. That's like, Dragon Riders, so when I think it was Sales. Sales is the first one that introduced me to Sheepy, because I was talking about how I really wanted to get back into RP. I hadn't done it for a while. And Sales was like, hey, I know this channel that's really awesome called The Wandering Inn. You should check it out. So I went and stalked the shit out of it first, because you guys know, we're all pretty much, like, you guys, if you don't watch RP, you hear about enough of it from me. A few years back, there was some RP nonsense that went down that shut down a lot of RP channels and websites and big businesses and shit. And so ever since then, because I mean, I didn't even consider, that it's not a thought you have that any of that will ever happen, ever. So if anybody came at me and was like, "You wanna be part of a show?" I'd say yes. I wouldn't even look them up. I didn't care. I was like, "Yes, I just wanna RP." I love TTRPG. I love D&D. I love all the games. And, but, now, so I went and stalked the shit out of Sheepy, and I watched episode 1 of Dragon Riders and then binged the entire thing. It's so good. Dragon Rider, but I mean, that's, of course, my bias. Like, I don't know if I can have an opinion about a show I'm in. I don't know. That's a hard one. BDO, yesterday is rough. Dude, the way that everybody like, of course, we haven't seen 2 characters' home lives, but the other 2 characters, like, getting to see the dichotomy of them in school and then their home life was fucked up. They did a really good job. And we all did kind of, I know, so for a lot of people, I saw you guys in chat. Thank you for hanging out yesterday at the Wandering Inn. Please follow at twitch.tv/The Wandering Inn to watch the show every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I saw some of you guys being like, "Oh, this is just Katie. This is old hat for Katie." I was not like a little shit in high school. I was like a goth. Not a goth. I was I was gonna say I wasn't. I was a jock. Like I was a kind of a quiet, class clownish jock. Literally in high school. Like it was survival for me. It was the only thing there was. I was a closet gamer. Everything that I am now was in my basement privately, but publicly, I was a jock. I was nominated for prom queen, my dudes. I know. It's real rough to try to picture that, but it's real. So when we were creating our characters, we kind of all talked about it together. Oh my God, the alerts were so low. I didn't hear that, Zoe. Fucking Christ. Zoe, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving an A swings with that fucking tier 3 sub, you silly fuck. I have to reload. I have to upload a stream elements and make it replay it. You silly fuckhead. I love you so much, you cock lover. Roses aren't red, colors are reflections. Most early seafaring horror stories can be explained by whale erections. Thanks for 30 months of community joy and fuckery. I'm making AI prawn of myself so I can have 69 pusses. I love all you holes in your pudding butts. I love your pudding butt, Zoe. Thank you. You're a wondrous human. I'll be honest, Sheepy has really good top 5 already. Well, he's really good. Like, that's the cool thing. So, that was how I stalked the fuck out of Sheepy. That's how I reached out to Sheepy first, and I was like, "Hey, I really love your channel. If you ever want to hook up and do a show, like, I'm down." And, like, so when Sheepy and I had our, like, 7-hour meeting, literally a couple weeks ago, that was supposed to be a quick character creation meeting, we ended up just hanging out for 7 hours in Discord, like, sharing music and shit. He mentioned another show that he was putting together, which redacted, you get to know nothing. But, Zach may or may not be involved now with The Wandering Inn. And it's just really, like, so Zach was asking me after the show last night, like, he's like, "How was it? How was Sheepy as a GM?" Sheepy's phenomenal. Like, that was easily one of the funnest shows I've ever done, and we've only done 1 episode. I've never, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my, like, kind of all over the place experience with RP. I'm used to kind of, like, sink or swim RP, kind of like being afraid of your GM the vast majority of the time and being afraid to do anything. Like, literally, before I do anything in every show, I'm terrified because I think the GM's gonna fuck me or do something weird. And I was just so fucking comfortable. And I didn't feel like even if she threw something in my direction that I didn't understand, I wasn't afraid of it. I don't know, man. He's really cool. I'm really, really excited. Like, really excited. Moonkiss is actually on my list. That's one he told me I need to watch too. I'm trying to get Zach to watch Dragon Riders with me because I think he'd really like it. What up, Taco? How are you, love? Wiener! Is Wiener here? I didn't see Wiener. What up, Wiener? How are you? Hello, Jose. How are you? I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I went on a fucking tangent. Hello, Sea Lion, my love. How are you? Someday I want to do something as cool as that on Twitch, Katie. What? Like an RP show? Dude, you just gotta reach out. I mean, I would just, I'd say reach out, but it's so hypocritical because I have such a hard time doing that myself. Like, it takes a lot of balls for me to just cold reach out to someone and be like, "I'd really like to be in one of your shows." I don't know, man. I would say just do it, but I'm just being a hypocritical cunt. I don't know. I wanna, like, the first RP show I was ever in on Twitch was actually on roleplay.com, I think. I think it was Vampires Masquerade on roleplay.com. Seriously, that was the first one I was ever in, and it was literally because I was friends with that I am friends with that bronze girl, and she was GMing, and she knew I liked Vampire the Masquerade game, like video game, computer game, PC game, whatever you want to call it. And so she was like, "Yo, have you ever done like a TTRPG game before? Do you want to do a one shot with me?" And I was like, "Nope, yes, let's fucking go." Um, so I don't know. It sounds horrible, but it's kind of like who you know and what they're willing to do. That being said, Rod, simply because you don't have any like previous RP shows to like be like, "Hey, look what I'm in. I'm not a crazy person." You know what I mean? Like just because I don't know how else to approach someone, run your own fucking game. Run your own fucking game, dude. That's one way to dip your toe into RPG. Run your own game. Why not? Zoe just says she wants to ban Kid Ween everywhere. Oh my god, do you hate Wiener? Oh my god, Viata. Well, I did go live super late, but I don't know. I haven't cheersed yet. I actually cleaned my bong and I loaded a fucking sick Keef bowl because I'm really low on weed right now. I found it amusing that we both had therapy today and we both tweeted about our brains being mush. Oh my god, did you head bump? Did it make a squish? What is it with beginning of the week therapy, dude? That's Rhiannon said she had hers yesterday too. I was like, do we all just want to ruin our lives at the beginning of the week? Is that what's up? Bronze is a queen. Bronze is literally a queen. She's fantastic. She can do anything. Yes, exactly. And that's JP used to own roleplay.com. And so JP would run it all and he would just bring in GMs and shit. And that was literally the only reason I ever got into RP is because she invited me and gave me a chance. Watching you in Nocturne and Gone was great because it looked like you were both terrified of PB, but also so comfortable and having fun playing in the game in the campaigns. 100%. PB is one of those GMs where I'm absolutely horrified of her, but she is also horrified of herself. So it gives me some comfort in that, if that makes any sense at all. If you've watched Nocturne or there was one game we played, a show we did where she wasn't on camera at all, and I can't remember which one it was because it's been a long time and I've been in too many shows now. But when she's on camera, you see it in her face that she's just like she'll go, "Oh, will you roll for me?" Like she's just as scared for your character. Like she's running it, it's her fault, but also it's not like she's taking pleasure in my demise, and I think that gives me a little bit of comfort. Me too, C-Line. I've been designing my own system for years now. I've been designing a system for years, and I just keep making up excuses for it not to be done so I don't have to run a campaign because I'm terrified. Also, it's so hard to pick a cast because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I don't know how to pick a cast. Dude, Rod, this is the thing with GMing. So it can be as like intimidating and scary as you want it to be. So you can say you're going to run a D&D 5e campaign and you're going to go by the rules, but that means you have to know all the rules or you have to be prepared to have the book open and flip open and figure out the rules the whole time. Or you can say we're using some D&D rules, but honestly, I'm going to wing it. So if someone says, "Can I do this?" you can just say, "I don't know, roll for it." And never open a book. There's no fucking rules to tabletop. That's I think the biggest hurdle for a lot of people is they're like, "I don't know how to do it," or "I don't know enough about a certain system," or "I don't have the books." You could just you don't need any of it. Literally, you could have 4 people around a table and just be like, "You're in a dark," you could be Gore, what Zorp? "You're in a dark room. What do? You walk forward, there's a lamp. Do you turn it on?" That could be your D&D. That could be your tabletop game. I'm not shitting you. If you have a chance, I did a one shot with on the Wandering Inn with Sheepy and a couple other people, and it was this system called Microscope. That's literally what the system is called, but it was really really cool because it's one of those tabletop systems where it's designed to be able to anybody can play. It's not overtly complicated. You don't need to know shit about D&D or shit about TTRPG in any way, shape, or form because the players create the world as they go, and there's little to no rolling at all. It's really fun. Honestly, I'd like to sit down and do Microscope with like my family and force them to do it. Be like, make a character. What do you look like? What are you about? You know what I'm saying? Just do it, learn from it. You'll make it better next time and include some of the people you missed the first time. I mean, that's literally what I have to do, probably. Or just have guest spots or something. To be fair, some of the rules in Nocturne were painful. I am the worst. I am the roller of doom. Like, all of my dice are in dice jail permanently. It's just known. I will roll terribly. Please don't ask me to roll. I don't know what it is. I don't think I've ever had a critical success in my life. DMs don't have to know all the rules by heart. Even Matt Mercer opens the book. No, exactly. No, I don't think anyone knows all the rules by heart. That's impossible. That's crazy. The beauty of tabletop is it's all made up. It's a fucking made up game. Exactly. It's Fantasyland. You literally don't even need, like, tabletop is easier than a board game because you don't need the board game. You don't need a board game. You don't need anything. It's crazy. It's just your brain. It's really, I mean, I think a lot of people just think it's more complicated than it has to be because what you see, the shows created and shit, and like what I do and what a lot of other people do, we take systems and make them even more complicated a lot of the times just because we're bored and we've already done it a million times. But that's not how it started. And I like the other version a lot, honestly, sometimes better. Roll a d6. If 4 plus you win, that's it. Congratulations. Game over. Happy birthday. And then there are rule lawyers. Honestly, like, LCT and I were talking about this, was it, I think it was yesterday after the show, or it was last week during our meeting about the show we did. LCT's in the show with me, by the way. And we were talking about that because him and I did a D&D game ages ago, like offline, just a little group one. And we were both bitching about that. We're like, it's so nice to play a game where the GM isn't stumbling up to open up a rule book every 5 minutes. Because especially when you're putting on a show, like a show, obviously we're just having fun playing a game with each other. But, you know, it feels like stuttery when it's like really heavy RP and then all of a sudden rolls. It's like two different shows that are trying to mush together and they don't feel cohesive at all. Sometimes I feel like there's kind of a stutter to it when you do that kind of shit. Whereas I feel like Sheepy's the type where he can sense when that stutter's going to happen. And if it's going to happen, he won't roll. He'll just be like, this happens. He wouldn't stop, you know, the story or the RP for sake of a roll or a rule or something. Ugh. Your rolls can't be as bad as Sheep's. There's a reason we have this emote. I'm a fail roll. I'm a death. I can't so I don't like, I'm not gonna say what show, but there's definitely a show or two where I've died multiple times. Had to make a new character, woke up in a different universe. Like, my GMs have tried so hard to keep me alive. It's no wonder they don't invite me back. I just roll to die. Don't know why. I've only played one game session. My very first attack roll was a crit. Oh, that's just not fair. That's just not fair. Please pardon the me thing here, but this is on topic. I don't feel me-meing. Roll your own game. That's what I did. In fact, I still have 2 open seats for D&D 5e3 shot that has a session 0 this Friday night. I'm tailored as a total noob intro to do D&D. That's fucking dope. And are you doing it for like people that are trying to learn? In a trunk? I don't know how to, like, I just have terrible luck when it comes to rolls. I don't know what it is. The universe comes for me when it comes to tabletop. Dude, that's awesome, anime. I used to see groups like that all the time in a couple of the Discord servers I was in, but I don't really see it anymore, and I think that was COVID. I don't know. COVID ruined everything. I'm gonna smoke pot now. If you'd like to cheers with me, I'm drooling. I have not smoked today, and obviously my mouth is not dry enough for this. Have you ever had a conversation with someone that just like manages to talk the whole time with spit in their mouth, and every P sounds like really wet? I can't do it. I don't have a wet mouth. You ever, like, what's with that? Can you not just swallow? Cheers. I love this song. King Kunta. I don't know. Oh, it is, the strain I'm smoking is Sweet Grease. It's tasty, but it's damn strong. It really hits hard. And Keef. A lot of Keef. Whoa. Talking moistly. I was listening to a podcast last night. Actually, it was Bailey Sarian, which y'all know. Like, I love Bailey Sarian. I listen to her murder podcast all the time. She's fucking funny. And it was just this one episode. I don't know what it is, if she was, like, unnaturally close to the mic for some reason, but all of her peas, I can't even do it because my peas are, like, breathy. They were fucking wet. And every time she said, like, I don't know. I don't have a wet mouth. I can't do this. But it was wet peas, and I literally had to stop listening because I was just like, I don't understand why your mouth's so moist. It was like, back in the day when we all wore lip gloss that did like that bleh, stringy shit between your lips. That's what it sounded like was happening. And I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't want to hear it. I don't know. It's fucking gross. I'm in a total noob group right now. Fuck yes. I'm really kind of socially anxious person, so I struggle with getting into the RP for that reason. I am too, 100%. But I'm pushing myself this time to try and help lead the way for others. It makes me sweat. Dude, I get it. I sweat playing RP with people I've played RP with 5 million times. I still, like, I actually, I typed it in our Discord. I could read it for you verbatim, like the Discord for QT yesterday, which stands for Quailtown, by the way. Wet peas, like mushy peas. But, like, imagine mushy peas, like, here, and then you were talking through it. Ugh. Why? Side note, I'm a huge fan of mushy peas. They're fucking delicious. Jackson 5. I'm a ratchet guy. Where is my Discord? I opened it. Where is it? Is it? Oh, my God, it's on the wrong monitor. I knew it. What did I said something, but it's every time I'm in an RP show, this is exactly how it goes. Right before the show, I said, this is the worst part of the day. Rushing around to get ready, and I start shaking and sweating out of excitement. Literally. And this will happen for the next foreseeable 20 weeks-ish. Every Monday, my entire morning, I'm just going to do. I'm the same way. Like, I am, for as extroverted as I am a socially anxious pig. Like, I sweat so hard. I don't know what it is. It's like something in the core of my human being says you're going to die here, or someone's here to hurt you, or something, which is asinine when you're on a Zoom call. Still, I don't know what it is. I am the same. Every day. I remember in high school, like, every day, walking to my bus stop, I would just start to sweat because I knew I'd have to see people on the bus. The same people I saw every single day for 4 years straight. I don't know what human bodies suck. We suck. Carl Sagan sounded like that to me all the time. 100% yes. He has a wet mouth. 100%. Yep. Wet mouth. I don't know what it is. My grandma used to call that talking with a mouthful of marbles. That's what it is. But it's also this. I started noticing it because of the wet pee. It's like pee. I can't do it without breathing through a pee. How do you pee without pee? Pee. I don't know. My Nana was Irish and she taught me how to talk. And so sometimes it's like breathy speech. If you ever listen to Irish people, they're very breathy. I suppose, I'm supposed to be at work right now, but I woke up with a fucking migraine. Oh no, dude. What do you do when you have a migraine? Do you have drugs for it? You think, well, that's the thing. Like, honestly, just with episode 1, I'd go forever with this show. I'm totally fine with it going forever, damned. Like, if Sheepy talks about it on his stream or anything, like, let him know Katie's down. But I honestly, the way he was telling us, I love the way he's so mature. I don't fucking know. He's so, like, professional. He was like, so every, like, 4 or 5 episodes, I'll just check in with y'all and make sure you're still having fun. And that's how we'll gauge if we're still gonna go. I was like, you care if we're having fun? I don't know what to do with that. My grandma used to call that talk. I'm gonna keep that. Talking with a mouthful of marbles. That's so true. How the fuck do you deal with that? It's one of the reasons I don't play much. I've accepted that if I don't like, what's a word for it? Like strong arm my way through that sweat moment, I will never do anything in my life, and that's really sad. That's it. I literally like tell myself like it's never gonna go away. Like it's like at its base, it's a trauma response. Something in your past has made you have a trauma response to humans, where your fight or flight response kicks in and tells you to run or fight when there's nothing to run or fight from. But our brains are stupid and they generalize humans as it's just humans. It's not like that one person who hurt us or whatever. It's all of them. So without like, what is that therapy where they like rewrite your brain? Not exposure therapy. I can't remember what it's called. Oh my God, I almost had it. Oh, I hate that. You know the one I'm talking about. Barring that, it's just essentially who you are. And so, like, this is so it sounds stupid when I say it because like, let me start with I struggle with it every day, every moment of my life. It has never gotten easier. But I apply this like stupid thing a dentist said to me years ago. So y'all know I was stepped on by a horse, blah blah blah, shattered jaw when I was 12. And so because I had all that reconstructive surgery done, all my nerves grew back and mended different than the normal person. So if I have a filling, I have to get 3 to 9 different Novocaine shots because it's just a guess and check. They just inject, start drilling. Ow, okay. It's horrible. The dentist is a nightmare for me if anything's on the bottom of my mouth. It's the worst. But this one time, I was getting some filling or something, and I'm not fucking with you, 14 syringes of the numbing shit. And at that point, I was like, I was ready to give up. I was like, I'll get up, just pull the tooth. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, the nerve doesn't exist. Like, you're just not going to hit it at this point. And I was in high school or something. And the dentist looked at me and he goes, all right, let's try something. I'm going to start drilling away the cavity. And when you feel pain, tell yourself it's never going to get any worse than this exact moment. It's never going to get worse than this pain that you're experiencing right now. And if it's not mind-blowing, white out, blackout pain, it's fine. And I was like, I don't know what else to do. And I was a teenager, so I was scared of adults. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. And literally, what I was freaking out over was that the moment I felt anything, I expected pain to happen. But if I just shut my fucking mouth and sat there for a minute, I realized it was like this dull vibrating that was just bothering me. It wasn't pain. It hurt a little, but it wasn't like, no, it wasn't as bad as a paper cut or something. You know what I mean? Or getting a sliver out or something like that. And so I kind of use that and apply it to different parts of my life because the way that I felt about that situation in the dentist chair is the way I feel about just leaving my house. Is like, why? Because it's going to be terrible. I'm probably going to get hit on in an awkward way, and I'm just going to sweat and be an anxious mess the whole time. The moment I'm in my car, I want to be back inside. Like, I just want to be in my safe space. But if my anxiety never gets worse than that current moment of just going to the store, I can get through it. I feel like I'm talking in circles. Does that make sense? So, like, instead of giving into my brain's abnormal thought process of humans are out to kill us, I acknowledge the anxiety and the sweat, but I also keep repeating to myself, it's a fake response that my stupid body's doing without my permission, and no one has actively threatened my life in the last 5 minutes. And I kind of, you know, I treat it like a sore muscle. When you wake up from a wonderful night of sleep with a sore neck and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I did nothing and I'm in pain now. There's nothing I can do about it. I didn't do anything to cause it. If I can just get through it, then there's like a cool outcome. Cause I love TTRPG. And once I'm, sitting down with the players and playing, it all goes away. Like, it literally starts to dissipate and I chill and relax and I'm fine. But it's just that before time and where my mind takes me, those really irrational places. And what I sometimes do, and this is when I'm getting real crazy because I have like extreme I don't know how to put that. I always go to the extreme. So if I make someone mad on accident, my reaction is how do I remove myself from their life? Because if there is no evidence of me ever being in their life, they can't be mad at me. Like, that's where I go. Like, how can I disappear? Not ghost, literally just disappear like I didn't exist. It's fucking psychotic. And so what I'll do is I literally take out a notebook and I write down exactly verbatim what my head is thinking at that time. And then I read it out loud to myself and I go, wow. And then I do not say those things because after I have now read them out loud to myself, I realize how fucking nutballs I am about things. It helps me sometimes. I'm just I'm not saying any of these things are cure all, be all, end alls, but these are all things I do all the time just to get through the fucking day, just to survive the day until nighttime without losing my fucking brain. Because it's crazy. I mean, it's a hurricane up there. It's just like, and if it gets any bad, it's just like, oh, let's focus on that and go weird places with it. It's stupid and weird. Catastrophizing, 100%. Yes. Yeah. It's like when I get cramps, I want to stab myself in the womb. Carve it out, Absolutely, Bean. I mean, it's nothing's gonna work for everybody, but if I can share what my therapist has helped me with and it helps one person, that's something. Do you ever feel like once you can beat the people anxiety, you can do pretty much anything? Yes. I had that when I traveled to New Zealand by myself. By the time I got through with dealing with the motel reception, skydiving seems easy by comparison. 100% yes. I same for me. It was when I first started streaming. And I would go to, like, cons or I would get invited to game studios where I would fly by myself, stay in a hotel by myself, and it was horrifying because I'm the type of person that, like, if there's literally another human being within a 20-foot radius of me, I will prioritize their feelings, their state of being, everything about them over myself, and I like that. I don't wanna pay attention to myself because 'cause I'm a fucking mess. And if there's someone around me that I can, like, cater to, that appeases my sick. You know what I mean? So when I'm by myself, it's suddenly like, "What do I want?" I don't know. To this day, I don't have an opinion on what I want. I don't fucking know. To be left alone. I don't know. And so when I'm by myself, like, I'll literally sit there and suddenly be like, "Oh, shit, it's 10 PM. I have to eat." Like, I don't remember basic human habits that are just things I need to do unless there's another person I'm doing them for. It's psychotic. It's weird, but I have that same shit, and when I started after I did it, like, 3 or 4 times, my body just got into the mode of, like, "This is kind of relaxing," as opposed to being scary, because after 3 or 4 times of doing it, it's like it rewrote my brain to not have a trauma response to traveling alone and to staying in a hotel alone. You know what I mean? It's very strange. Cheers, Nick. Hello, Kills. How are you? What up, Glut? How are you? Oh, we just talking about therapy, real talk, those happy topics. Hello, Safi. Oh my god. The trailers, I don't know how to say them. The opening and the closings of the show yesterday are so fucking good. That was the first time I got to see the close because I couldn't open it in Discord for some reason. I don't know fuck why. I pissed my pants. They're beautiful. I learned a critique in CBT, which I found helped me. Taking a moment to physically write down, type everything that you're feeling, the situation, your thoughts, your emotional response, your physical response, just taking that moment to sort of detach from it and get it on paper. Yes, I so hard agree. My therapist taught me, they didn't call it that, but they literally same thing. It's about the only thing I did take away from the numerous therapies. Seriously, same shit. Not always just to read it out loud and to realize how crazy I'm being, because when it's just spiraling in your head, it totally makes sense to you. You're like, no, it totally makes sense for me to remove my existence from someone else's life. But when you write it down and you read it out loud, you're like, if anybody else said this to me, I'd probably question their sanity and have them locked up for their own good. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I do the same thing. Like I will literally, I call it my brain vomit. I just vomit out every fucking thing I'm feeling, thinking, everything. Just start writing on a page, everything. And there's something about writing it down that gets it out of my head. I stop thinking about it. But if I don't write it down, it could spiral in my head for weeks and months. I mean, the same stupid thought. But if I write it down, it's gone. I don't know what the fuck that is. Black magic? I don't know. But I'm into it. I'm okay with it. Angel, I am so sorry. Right? Silence? As a teen, I would often read a book or do anything to distract from the anxiety causing my tummy to be very upset. Same. I was a binge reader. Like, I was, like, always had a book like this. Always. At the dinner table, in the car, on the bus, at school. If I didn't have a book, I'd get anxious because I was like, okay, what if I run out of things to do? Now, how do I shut my brain up? This was before phones, though. Now my books are on my phone. Zelda, I literally just chugged all my water right before stream. No shit. Look at that little dingy ding. I will get water, I swear. It's pathetic. I was so thirsty after therapy. Filled this to the top and just sat here and was like, and then went live. It's amazing that I haven't peed yet. But I will get more water, I promise. I was the same. Huge thanks for the conversation. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. If nothing else, at least I know there's someone who understands, right? And that's the thing. Like I struggle sometimes with sharing advice or like things that have worked for me because I don't want anyone to try them and then feel hopeless, like that was the be all end all or something. Like everybody's so different. Like you and I could both be bipolar, but our treatments and our medications and our therapies are 100% different. Like everybody is so uniquely different in their personal experience, etc., that it's really hard to generalize that. But before I had my breakdown, I never talked about any of this on stream. Like I was very shallow, I guess, in my sharing, but I quite literally had real breakdowns, like, out of, like, and by breakdown, I mean we weren't having a serious conversation, I started crying. We'd be playing Skyrim, and I would just start crying out of nowhere, and I'd be slamming my fists on my desk, begging the skies to get me to stop crying. Like, it would just come out of nowhere. Depression and shit is fucking psychotic. I'm sure you guys can relate. And, it was happening on stream, so it's not like something I could shake off, like, "Oh, hey, guys, no, we've been hanging out for 3 years, but this is new, don't worry about it." And I found that even though I was, like, hella embarrassed, even after I got therapy and treatment and meds, I was embarrassed. Like, I hate crying in front of people, despise it. I don't like to cry, it makes me feel weak and sick, and gives me a headache every single fucking time. And that is, like, when you're breaking down and just spontaneously crying and you can't taste food or smell things anymore, and you're just losing abnormal amounts of weight, it gets really scary, and I was really embarrassed to talk to anybody about it, but then I had my breakdown, went to therapy, blah, blah, got meds, and it was like, you guys are, like, my closest friends. Like, you guys know more about me than anyone in the whole world. You ask more about me and are genuinely kinder than anyone I've ever met in the world. Like, how could I not give you I felt like I needed to give you guys comfort that I was getting help and doing something about it. You know what I meant? You know what I mean? Instead of just sitting around like, "Don't worry about it, guys. I love Skyrim." You know what I'm saying? It just felt like that would have been unfair and cruel, and it just stemmed into, like, I feel like there's even if one thing doesn't work for everybody, I'm trying to think of the word, there's, like, camaraderie, although that's not the word because we do not want camaraderie around feeling shitty, but there's something about knowing other people out there, you not having an identical experience, but it's like the pain scale in the hospital, right? We could both be at a trauma 8, but trauma 8 for you is not the same as a trauma 8 for me, and neither of us can judge each other's trauma scale. There's something of knowing that, like, there are other people too that are smiling and look like they're having a great time, and everybody around them's like, "But you look so happy," and they're dying inside. There's something about that that gives you comfort, like, well, if other people are going through this, and, probably since the beginning of the human race, like, we have to be able to survive it somehow, right? We couldn't all be going through this bullshit if it was unsurvivable. There's gotta be, like, you know what I mean? Commiseration, that's a better word for it, yeah, commiseration, yeah. Yeah, 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 that's a much better word for it. Is that what closure is? No idea. Hello, Allie, how are you, love? Hello, Cake Love, how are you? Yeah, it's less lonely, 100%, because especially when you're just talking to a therapist and then you go home every day, you can feel isolated as fuck. Misery loves company. It's true. I mean, have you ever been in a bad mood and surrounded by smiley, cheery people and just wanted to until you really see brain mush? I'm not punching hard, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? It's comforting to know we're not alone in these experiences. Yes, it's comforting to know that there are other people who, like, are going about their day to day, going to work, going to the grocery store and shit, and are the same cyclone inside. Like, because when you don't talk about it, at least this is what I do, I just assume everyone around me is doing great. Everyone around me is doing great, and I am just this little dark speck in the middle that's vibrating with, like, a black hole of energy that is dark and scary, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely just assume everyone's fine. It's just me, which is stupid. I know that's stupid, but I do that. Shrinking? I don't have Apple TV. That's one of the things I don't have is Apple TV, unfortunately. What is shrinking? Sometimes what's worse is not feeling and knowing there's a mountain of stuff to process and not a way of getting to it. That was why I went to therapy. That was literally, like, one of the very last symptoms of my dark, dark bipolar slide into the other side of bipolar. It was no shit, I went to, Disney World for my birthday, my ex took me, and I couldn't taste anything. This was not COVID. I could not taste anything. French fries, Dole Whip. I couldn't taste. Like, my depression had gotten to this point where I couldn't fucking taste my favorite things in the whole world. It was so alarming to me. I was like, Like, because you guys know, like, I've been quite heavy as well. Like, eating is my therapy to myself sometimes. It's a horrible habit. Nobody should do it. Eating your feelings is not good for you. However, I definitely did. And even though I'm not that overweight anymore and I don't treat my emotions with food, food has always been a comfort. Like, there's a reason we have a term called comfort food. A nice bowl of mac and cheese at the end of the night when you've had a rough day fills your belly and makes you feel nice. And when you don't even have that, like the most basic fucking comfort of just being able to enjoy a fucking meal, oh my God, it was scary to me. I remember just being I was like, why can't I taste food? Can't taste anything. Nothing, and that's why I lost a shit ton of weight. It was very scary. I have a very impassive face. I have the customer service face. I've been trained since childhood. Smile. If someone makes eye contact, it's terrible. Cheers. Someone cheersed up there and I missed it, but I was on a tangent. Midnight sad lunch. Yeah. We all live for midnight sad lunch. I need to repack this and hit it again. It's very sad. Fissy, my love. How did I stop eating my feelings? A whole lot of fucking with my own brain. I can tell you, I love sharing because it worked. And I've heard other people in chat tell me they did the same thing and it worked for them. It's really weird. Whimsical. I knew there was a resub. Thank you so much for resub the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it in its swings for so fucking long. And using that prime sub! Don't forget to use your prime subs, my dudes. Every time you don't, you're firmly shoving a $5 bill into the G string of Jeff Bezos. Bitch, don't deserve it. Stop. You don't have to use it here, but use it. I'm gonna smoke my bong before it smokes itself. Feelings are dumb and I don't want to experience them anymore. I've felt that many, many times in my life. Many, many times. But you look so happy. They said to the person who's been masking to the point that they do it without thinking, even when alone, barely know who they are. Were you here earlier when I was talking about how terrified I was to travel alone because I'd be in a hotel by myself and I'd actually have to, like, have an opinion? Sick. Hello, Bolt, my love. Thank you. I saw that. I was literally watching it do this while I was saying it in the camera. Okay. So, I'm trying to think what I did first. So, I was in a super unhealthy relationship with someone who just didn't enjoy sex, and I am borderline sex addicted. And so I was like eating myself to like I'm going to tell you what I did and then I'll tell you how I fixed it. So what I would do is I wasn't someone who would eat 3 courses a day or like nom all day or snack. I would usually kind of starve myself all day. Starve myself meaning I was hungry and I would starve myself. As opposed to what I do now, I am not hungry during the day and I eat at nighttime. I'm fine. But I would starve myself all day long. I would work, I'd go do physical shit all day at Lowe's, and then I would come home and I would eat like a family portion of food. And, like, I know this now, but at the time, I did not recognize what I was doing. It wasn't that I was, like, eating all of that to take up time or anything like that. It was basically I wanted to eat until I couldn't fit any more food in my body. I ate until I was in pain. So, like, you know, when you almost can't breathe and you're like that, I would push myself until I got to that point, and then I would still nibble and just keep myself at that point until I passed out every night. And that's how I ignored my feelings towards my partner not wanting to fuck me. And so one day I just looked in the mirror and saw cellulite in my upper arm and I was like, I don't want that. And so I just started like researching shit online because you guys know, and if you don't know, my childhood was littered with just fad diets. Bless my mom's soul. She tried just good intentions, But literally since the age of like 10 years old, me and all my sisters have been in Jenny Craig, on Weight Watchers, on the Alley pill that makes you shit grease, the green caffeine pill, etc., 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 etc. Name a fad diet before 2006, and I put money down I was on it at some point. Not by choice. And so, like, by the time I got to college and was out of the grip of my mother's control, I have, like, to this day, I don't feel like hunger is a weird one for me. I basically have to judge it on, like, do I feel shaky and weak? I don't get, like, a hunger response in my stomach because I spent 18 years of my life telling myself that it's not real and that I'm bored or that I didn't do anything to deserve to eat, like I wasn't very physical today or something, etc., etc., etc. So that's a lot of rewiring your brain to just ignore a very biological response. So I don't have that anymore, unfortunately. But I, went from ignoring it to just like no one was around to judge me what I was eating, and everyone in college can eat 3 meals a day like a normal person. So I would go to 3 meals a day, but I was eating that portion this like for a family 3 times a day, and I got up to like 257 pounds, I think was my heaviest. Not that that means anything. I went to Weight Watchers, so they weigh you in front of the entire group every day. It's great. Uh, and so what I did was the first thing I did, I don't advise. I now don't think it's the healthiest thing you can do. But I did a juice fast. I bought into that. Again, I was fresh out of the fad diet household, so I hadn't quite learned that these are not healthy ways to go about things. But essentially for like a month, I juiced everything. Like and it wasn't terrible. I was literally juicing like pounds of tomatoes and cucumbers and carrots and beets and shit like that, which is like it's fine, but you're taking out so much good stuff in that fruit and vegetable that there's no point to juice it. Like you could just cut up and eat these vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You're essentially taking out you're just taking in the calories without any of the fiber or anything, whereas when you eat it, you're taking in all the calories and the fiber. There's no point. I wouldn't go there. But essentially I did that because I knew that I had stretched my stomach to the point where in order to feel satisfied, I had to be too like how do I put this? I would basically have to eat a head of lettuce to myself to fill up my stomach and not consume the amount of calories my stomach could hold. Does that make sense? So I was like, I have to rewrite myself somehow. Like rewrite my brain, rewrite my taste buds to get out of this like cycle of just binge eating, which is what it is. It's binge eating without the vomiting. I had to rewrite my brain. I was filling space, literally. And so with juicing, you're hungry, like you should be getting calories and stuff, but like you could do a carrot juice and a beet juice and it's like 60 calories for a volume of like a mason jar. Like that's a lot of volume of juice. So you're filling that area, but it's not the caloric density that normal like chew food has. But honestly, I would just eat some vegetables. So what I did for a month is there's a ton of ways to do this. I would talk to a doctor or something, but it was essentially to like get enough fruits and vegetables and vitamins so I wasn't dying, but also allow my stomach to shrink down to like a normal size. Because like I'm sure you guys have heard stories, people will get their stomach stapled and they can stretch it back out to the way it was before and gain all the way back. Like your stomach is quite elastic. It's pretty crazy. And your stomach is just a holding tank. No actual digestion happens in the stomach. Stomach is for bile and for breakdown of macronutrients. So I had to shrink my stomach down somehow. There's a million different ways that you can do it way healthier, I think. Juicing isn't the worst way, but I think you can be very irresponsible about it. And then what I did literally was I went vegan to rewrite my taste buds. This was a big thing for me because I've always had kind of I think because, I was restricted a lot as a kid, like, my household did not have sugar in it, everything was sugar-free diet, fat-free, 0 calorie, blah, 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 Atkins, like, everything, every piece of food in the house. If it was not that, it was literally hidden in a different cupboard, and that was for my dad and my brothers. And none of my sisters and I were ever fat, can I just throw that out there? It's just neurosis by my mom, just neurosis. And so you know when you come from that like sugar-free, fat-free, diet, bland, tasteless world to the world of fast food and wonder, it's like, oh my God, food has flavor. Food is fun to eat. Imagine. And so I had like just, the first couple years of college, which is how I got really big. I just lost my mind. I was like, I have freedom. I've got some cash. I'm going to eat whatever the fuck I want. Literally, I would like go out to lunch almost every day to this Mexican restaurant, eat at least 70 baskets of chips and salsa, and then an entire plate of Mexican food, and then, it was just asinine. And it was, it's the I think you could apply that to a lot of people, like people that are really puritanical in high school because their parents are very strict, go to college and suddenly are like whoring it up and doing drugs and shit. That was me with food. So I had to do that. Like my mouth, my body, I had to do that to myself. But it was mine, it was fucking with my mind. So like I've known some people do it by just eating boiled potatoes, eating just rice, like eating the plainest food you possibly can. So like you don't want to binge it because it's fucking boring and it's not fun. You know what I mean? Like the moment you want to put sauce on it, you're done. You're not hungry anymore. That's basically the rule. And then what I did after that was because my brain, this was the biggest problem. My brain was still at the place where she wanted to starve herself, count calories, think about what did I deserve food? That's still a big thing I deal with today. Did I deserve food today? What the fuck? Breathing. You got out of bed. You deserve food. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Once I had like done this month of like basically like a little cleansed my body, got all vegan-y and did the juicing and shit like that, which again I don't advise. It's not the healthiest way to go about it. There are many other ways to do it. What I did was I was in therapy a little bit because I had just been diagnosed with ADHD and shit like that, and I had acknowledged with my therapist that I am very impulsive, and like we were talking about earlier, how your brain can kind of spiral on one thought forever and ever and ever and ever and ever if you never give into it. Snaps, bitch. Snaps for snapsies. What up, ho? Let me finish this thought, but thank you, Raiders. Fuck, it's gone. I forgot it already. God damn it. What did I just say? I'm too high. It happened. Fuck. Welcome, Raiders. What up, Snapsies? How you doing, honey bean? Oh, the second thing I would do because my brain. Snaps, I'm telling the story of how I gained a lot of weight in college and how I trained my brain to lose it again. Anybody else gain that freshman 75? This bitch did. Food halls and a food card, unlimited food. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's literally what I'm talking about is brain training. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my head, Snaps. That's amazing. Welcome, Raiders. I need to top my bowl off, and I need to grind a little bit of weed, but then I'm going to cheers to you. I'm very low on weed, but welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. What's up? Every day. Right, though? I've been married almost 21 years and I've gained 70 pounds. Is she an amazing cook, though? Or are they an amazing cook, I should say? Because I don't see I mean, do you still think are you still getting your potty touched? I don't think fat is the be all end all. I really have a big pet peeve against people saying I'm fat as a response to literally anything. No one is defined by a molecule on their body. Nobody. I'm water. I'm skin. That's how stupid you sound. Stop defining yourself by an essential molecule that pads all your organs so they don't bruise on your ribs. If you didn't have any fat, your body would eat your heart. No shit. You're more than that. You're much more than a molecule. Stop. Stop. I'm just scrolling up. Pendragon, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Did you see someone came into KPP's chat and ask why she needed coffee? All she does is sit around and talk nonsense. No. Do we need to throw hands at somebody, Genova? Because I fucking will. This story sounds scarily relatable to what I've been doing. End of the day, stuff in my face to stay full for some happy chemicals until the day can end. Knowing this happens to other people is reassuring. Oh, I hope you don't cry, but also know you are not alone. This is a very common thing. Super common thing, honestly. Like, I mean, you guys know I went to 9 years of college. I have a medical degree and a medical license, a national medical license, and I have not once been required to take a nutrition class. Not one time in the 9 years of school was I ever required to take a class regarding nutrition. The only reason I know literally anything about nutrition is I have a chemistry degree. So I know, like, a little bit. That's it. That's fucked up. I think it's important for us to talk about this kind of shit because I don't think any of us are given a fair chance. Like, once you see that there's work, brain training, what else is there to do? Just notice, 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 and then redirect, choose, be kind, literally. Choosing and redirecting is kind of what we were talking about a lot today, is like acknowledging the anxiety response and telling yourself, like, this is going to happen every time. And if I crumple back from this response, this nonsensical trauma response that I'm acknowledging, if I crumble back from it every single time, I'm literally never going to do anything exciting in my life, ever. And I am an extroverted person. I like to do shit. Being extroverted does not mean you don't have fucking anxiety, man. I am literally pitting out right now just talking about it. I am sweat all the time. Talking is an anxious response, to be honest. I am skin. Like, once you see the word, or wait. I had a freshman 30 to 25, but it was shoulder expansion. Oh, I wish I would have done that.
2 months.
I did that later.
Back.
You came
Later. Everybody's more than just a molecule. Don't let anyone define you by one, my God.
for real though. Hail some
It's almost as dumb as when people are like, Adderall's basically meth. You know that, right?
Hi, gay.
Get the fuck out. Taco! Thank you for gifting a sub to Snaps. I fucking love you. Thank you. Snaps, use a bubble to I sort of go forth and be consensual in all the ways. You know nothing's sexier than pure sober consent. I do. Yes, I have a medical license. Yeah, that's what I did before I streamed. I know. I started streaming when I was studying to take my national clinical boards because I was bored. And here we are. Literally, my stream watched my respiratory therapy career do that. Wild. The world is wild. There's a lot of people like that on Twitch, though, I've noticed. A lot of very just, you'd never guess it. Weird. I started a RimWorld colony called Whore Island. So, ethically slutted up, banana. That makes me so happy. Want to know my mantra for not ranting or getting too frenzied in my actions when I'm a bit anxious? Yes. Everything's poison in high enough doses, right, Cake? Literally anything. Snaps is the shit. Snaps for snaps. Get the fuck out. I don't even want to hear it. I'm a nervous talker. I hate silences though, so it feeds into that 100%. Like if I feel comfortable not talk, if I'm able to, if you're hanging out with me and I'm not talking, it's because I'm comfortable with you. And a lot of people will be like, "What's wrong? You seem so quiet." But you're never quiet. Something's wrong. Katie's face is slack. It's like, bitch, I'm relaxed. Get the fuck out. Now I'm not. Fucking annoying. One of the other things I find has been helpful around food is meeting yourself where you're at. If I'm too hungry to make a good decision around food, I'll just accept that and work to set myself up to make a good decision for my next meal. That's a really good one too, actually. I have it on Don't Worry Cake. I know where I'm going with the conversation. Salt's basically two deadly poisons who found calm being eternally bonded to one another. Isn't that sick? The sickest thing is, like, I chant this in my channel more often than not when people are sick. Sorry, that was a lot of sick in one sentence. But when people are ill, I'm always like, make sure to drink water and get salt. Because if you don't consume any salt, your body literally cannot physically hold any water you consume. But, like, if you have too much salt, you fucking die. It's crazy. Crazy. There are a lot of, I mean, weird in the best way. It came to me when I was tripping balls. Magical things happen in the space I leave open. Magical things happen in the space I leave open. That almost made me cry a little bit. That's beautiful. You should make that as fucking shirt. Remember that woman who drank too much water? We for your we. We talk about that a lot on my channel. We for your we. Mm-hmm. And then in and out of breath for your career. Dude, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Yeah, there's a lethal dose of literally anything. I mean, the air that we're breathing right now is only 21% oxygen. Any more than that, we'd be fucking high off our socks. Like, more than normal. You know what I'm saying? 21%. That's it. The rest of it's a whole lot of other shit. I'm just topping my bowl off, but then we cheers in. I fucking love salt, man. When I feel like I'm gonna get a migraine, a lot of the times I'll go in the kitchen, literally grind some pink salt on my hand and lick it. Chug some water, it's gone. Instantly. It's crazy. It's so stupid, but it works. My ADHD wife told me that about her Adderall. She's a research scientist, but it was only in context about her exhaustion in trying to get meds. Oh, I totally get that. Well, it's different when, a scientist makes the joke. Like, they know they're making the joke, whereas other people are, like, trying to tell me I'm on Adderall, but I'm on meth, and it's like, you know that I'm just not even gonna go there. It's not even worth the conversation. It's not worth the conversation. People that wanna have that conversation are not worth the conversation at all. I have an appointment with an allergy doctor on the 2nd February. Ooh, are you gonna get the prick thing? Dude, they're amazing nutritionists. Just make sure chat taught me this. There's an actual license for someone who has a license in I think is it a dietitian? Is a dietitian or a nutritionist, one of the 2, but one of those does not require a college degree, education, or anything. They can literally just go on Instagram and be like, "I'm a blah, blah, blah." Don't go to that person. I ordered some salt and vinegar powder, so excited to try it. Oh, yum. Vinegar powder? Yum. It feels so inviting to me, like, magical things happen in the space I leave open, and then I just get to sit and watch. I wonder what my brain will think of next. I wonder who will speak next. I've had some amazing epiphanies while high. Seriously. I've told that I usually try to write them down and tell them to chat. They're not amazing, but it's like, I can take a thought I had when I'm super high and alone in the dark at nighttime and flip it on its ass and be like, "Oh, you moron." And it's just incredible. I don't know, but it still is incredible when I'm not high, so I know it's not just gibberish. I've had a lot of things like that in my life, like thoughts like that, and it's just they're so nice. I love them. High on life, fucking A. I have coarse salt on my desk. I'm not kidding. I used to. I used to. Now I'm just so close to the kitchen now, but when I was in the basement in Maryland, 100%, I had a little dish of salt on my desk. I mean, it's weird. It's some people just don't I just don't I don't eat often enough to consume the salt I need for the amount of water I drink, I think. You know what I mean? Because I don't eat when I'm on stream and shit like that. I think it's gross. I don't like mouth sounds. You're welcome. Uh, so in order to not, like, pass out and die, I get some salt. Dietitian is an actual thing. Okay, there you go, Pendragon, thank you. Dietitian. Find a dietitian, not a nutritionist. That's not a thing. Same, I literally have notebooks full of them. It's what most of my podcasts were based on. I love that, though. I'm a priest. I got a piece of paper from the internet. See? I mean, I think that's real, though, right? Can people do that? What a good song! This solo. Here you go. I don't know how I got this lucky to have this on my list, but it's here now. What year is it? Hold on, I'm restarting the song. This is one of my favorite songs ever from high school. Not this. Oh, this is the beginning of the video. I think I came up with epiphanies when high, but then when I'm sober, I'm like, what the fuck, this shit's obvious. See, I can't think of them sober for some reason. I'm, like, dumber when I'm sober. I've always been like, when I'm sober, I'm an idiot. I don't get it. I can't think. I'm too chaotic in my head. Okay, cheers. Sorry. I love Busta Rhymes. He's amazing. Kona, I mean, just drink water and make sure you keep moving. This is such a good song. It is 2 minutes till 4:20. East Coast 4:20. I'm just gonna wait for this makes me so nostalgic. Is anyone else just feeling real what happened to this era? So good. Is it just a blood test now? It's fucking Busta. I'm an idiot all the time. It's safer. I think this was like 2000. Hold up. 98. I was wrong. 98. The shit. What up, Vash? How are you? Welcome, LT385. How are you? Thank you. She's got this fun little this honestly is the best thing ever. It's saved me from knocking this a lot. Is it 420? Happy 420, cheers. It's in the dishwasher. It got resin on it. I gotta find yours. Zach put it somewhere. Cheers. Oh my God, snaps. I'm so excited. Just recently, my friend Vissy got to come visit me and we got to smoke together and we were both just sitting there like lamenting that that's like the worst thing about, I mean, the best thing about Twitch is I've got to meet other stoner ladies that I get to hang out with in my life, which is incredible because I know, we are nowhere. Where are we? We're in our houses hiding. We're not going out. We're not being social. It's impossible to meet each other. And Vissy and I were just sitting here before stream one day and she was like, it's so nice to just talk about the strains we got with that I got with somebody. Like, and I totally relate because I'll get interesting strains or strains that, smell really lemony or really fruity or something. And I'll be like, Zach, smell this weed. It smells so good. And I'll just open it near him and he's like, what the fuck? Is that poop? And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, there's just no, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, literally, I've had some weed that it does smell like shit or vomit or something. It's crazy. Some weed smells so strong. But it's like the caveat is that all the people you meet are on the other side of the country or in another country, and that sucks. So when you do get to hang out, it's like magic happened where we left the space open. You know what I'm saying? But then you go back to like, oh fuck, I'm alone. Do you like yours? A non-rebel, do you like your mouthpiece? They're amazing, aren't they? Literally, they're really, really good. Literally, I don't know where Vissy's is. I gotta ask Zach. He put it somewhere because I put him in the dishwasher. But mine got fucking resin right on the mouthpiece, and there's no way I'm not putting my mouth on it. Fuck that. But doesn't it make your weed taste better? Tell me I'm not crazy. I swear to God, I'm not sponsored. I'm not making any money. That was the only way I could like relate it, like tell you guys how it worked. It makes your weed taste better. I don't know. It like removes the ick. Most weed smells like fox piss. I've had weed that smells like piss to me too. And then you smoke it and you're high and you don't care anymore. It's crazy. 100% night shifters can relate. Mm-hmm. Najeel, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings for 7 fucking months in a row, honey bean. I appreciate you. How are you? Bro, the last time I got to have a chill stoner day with a friend, we watched a ton of old Charmed episodes, and my man made us some sandwiches. That's fantastic. That's so great. I think it was the first night Vissy was here, Zach just ordered like, a 10-person family size platter of barbecue and put it down on our California king bed and made a nest. And he was like, all right, ladies, put your bongs down. It was great. My music paused. Why? Why you like this? I didn't want to go back. That seems repetitive. Don't be a dick. I've only had one mouthpiece, TM, for like a week, but I swear I'm already coughing less. Yes, which like not even stopping smoking has done for me. Same. Hard same. I'm actually interested to see if I have like a bad cough at the end of the day by not using it today because this is my first time not using it since I've got it. I wonder. I try to buy smelly weed, good smelling weed. That sounds like something a sponsored streamer would say. I know, right? I'm a bad liar. If I could, I would. I like to ask stoner people their favorite strains. One of mine's Alaska Thunderfuck or ATF. Okay. My favorite, one of my dogs is right here. One of my poodles just came over to say hi, and I'm pretty sure he just farted, and it smells. It filled my mouth. I'm so sorry. I do have favorite street. Do you have to shit? You smell like you have to shit, bud. Wow. This is my void boy. His name is Trick. but he's just a treat. But sometimes their farts are so bad. My boy. Do you have a bad toot today? Yeah. Oh man. It's not all the time. Usually it's his sister, honestly. I have two poodles. The other one's on the couch flopping around like an idiot. She has the most like the hot, silent, just farts that suddenly I'll be sitting here chatting and I'm like, guys, I gotta go. They're horrible. Ugh. So bad. Oh my god. He is my Vanta Black. Seriously, he has one little white. He has a milk chin right there, which is only there if he's grown out. And then, but let me show him your straight. He's got a little blaze right there. He's got like a little 2-inch pure white blaze on his chest. But other than that, oh, you smack your head on my mic, bud. He is Vanta Black. He's so beautiful. I picked him for his beautiful black fur. He's really, it's just unique. I've had like black cats and stuff before, and I had a Bernese Mountain Dog when I was a kid, and they're a lot of black, but they're like a brown black. You know, when like the light shines on their fur, it's kind of like gold brown. Thank you. You got my boob sweat. Thanks, bud. It's like brown black. He is blue black, like blue black. Like it is just there ain't no color. It's so pretty. You're just so pretty. You're so special and pretty, huh, bud? Yeah. Aw, such a boy. Vash! Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings for 10 fucking months, bro. I love you. Thank you. So yes, favorite strain. Oh my god. Probably my all-time favorite strain is Lilac Diesel. It's just always fantastic. It is the best, like, euphoric, middle of the road high where I'm not so high I start, and I don't get sleepy. I don't get like heavy eyes from it at all. No matter how much I smoke, even if I have it like on a faded Friday where we're just Look, there's my other poodle. I'm itching her neck. She's an idiot. Um, you know what I mean? Like it's just the perfect fucking high. That is probably my favorite strain. There's one other one. What is it called? It's like it's a weird name. Oh, it's GAC Smoothie. GAC, like the shit from the 90s, GAK space SMOOVIE. If you ever see that strain, it doesn't make sense. We tried looking it up to see what the parent strains were to try to understand this fucking name. Nothing makes sense, but it is the best strain. I just so rarely see it, but if I see it, I'll literally buy an ounce of that strain alone. It's just great. It's so good. Never ever, but it's takes the edge off. It still does the relaxing thing. It's not like sometimes you get really high sativas where you're just like you keep smoking, you're not really feeling anything. You're like high, but there's none of the fuzzing the edges out, which is kind of what we're all going for. It's none of that at all. It's literally just this euphoria that's not sleepy. It's so fucking good. I encourage. So good. That's it, dude. Seriously, that's it. Yak Smoothie. It's so weird. It sounds like I have a speech impediment. That's literally how it's spelt. I don't know. It's so good. I've seen it 4 or 5 times in my dispensary though. I mean, I've gotten it, fairly regularly, I guess. What up, Mr. Foxlove? How are you? I thought of you this morning because I had to I straightened my hair for the show yesterday. And when you commit to a smooth style, you go with it until you wash your hair again. And this morning I was like, do not fry hair. Do not fry hair. He's beaut. He is. He's a beautiful boy. And then this is Bill. She's a dumb bitch. I love her, but don't tell her that. You're a sweet girl, huh? She's just such a needy bitch. Hold on, Bill. I just have to scroll the chat. Don't hit me. This strain talk has reminded me. I said I would go to the dispo if they still had my strain, and they did. Ooh, fuck yes! I'm so low on weed. It sucks. I'm what's the word? Rationing. That's a word. Oh, she has very human eyes. She's creepy. They both have really human traits where they like use pillows, like but only put their head on the pillow and look at you. It's weird. Poodles are weird. You're a good girl, but you're weird, huh? She does. She has very humanish eyes. They're like sage green and gold. You're very pretty. Sleepy girl. Hello, Donna. How are you, love? Leave the frying in the kitchen, man. It's the struggle. I forgot what it's like. But I mean, what did we do back in high school? We fried our hair every single day. Just look at the health center in my town. It is clinical dietitians. There's physiotherapists, a swimming hall, and a gym in the same building. Dietitians. That's probably the place to go, honestly. That sounds really nice. Swimming is my favorite. I'm told dogs evolved more expressive eyebrows because they live with us. I'd believe that 100%. You ever look at some dogs that just naturally have those two dots, kind of like anime eyebrows, but when they look at you, it's like I had a lab. He was a gold lab, but he just had two darker gold, thick little eyebrow spart. And I swear to God, you'd talk to him and he'd look at you and move those eyebrows like he was listening. I was like, oh, this is unsettling, sir. This is a Wendy's. I'd believe it though. Didn't cats evolve to meow literally just to communicate with humans? I don't know if I saw this on my own or if someone sent it to me, but it was a TikTok or something, some short form video. But a cat had learned how to communicate with its owner by taps of its feet and little paw movements because its owner was deaf. And meowing did shit all. Cats will rule the world. Cats will rule the world. I don't know. I don't know sign language. Cat just learned it. Yeah, meow is their way of yelling, hey, human. So this cat, like, taught itself how to yell, hey, human by going. The funniest shit is sticking fake eyebrows like a piece of paper to a dog's face. Oh my God. When their eyebrows move, stop it. It's amazing, though. I love taunting my dogs, but in a healthy way, not in a mean way. There's a YouTube channel I watched that they taught their cat to communicate with buttons that speak English. Nope. That's too far. If you've ever seen the movie Up, I think that's taught us all a lesson. The dogs have too much to say. It's just not safe. Like, as much as I'd love to hear your thoughts, you'd have too much to say. And now she's going to hump her brother every day. Why do you feel the need to dominate while I'm streaming? X-rated. X-rated. That's the girl dog. She's just so dominant. And he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give any fucks. Donna, is it fucking wonderful? Do you love it? Do you love your new computer? Is it over? You're a foul bitch. Such a stupid bitch. The damn head tilt dogs do when you talk to him. Oh my God. Yes. It honestly bothers me when they don't do it, though. I don't know what it is. The poodles have, they make the conscious choice whether or not to do this or not. Sometimes I'll look at Trick and I'll talk to him, and he'll just dead stare me, and I'm like, and he's just, I don't know what it is. But then other times, you get the eyebrows and the head tilts and this, cute cuddle behavior. I don't know what it is. You scare me sometimes. Sometimes you just stare real hard. It's weird that you do that. Aw, Vash. I mean, don't sleep deprive. Supposedly cats communicate with one another with sounds we can't hear behind our backs. I was just literally, which is absolutely on brand. I was going to say that fucking checks out though. Like that makes sense. Because when you see cats out, you see stray cats or whatever in the streets at nighttime, they're fucking silent. They don't say a thing. The only time you hear a noise is if they attack each other or if they're mating. That's like the shit, but that's neither here nor there. They're silent. Stop. My girl dog was sniffing the male's butt and started air humping like that. Dude, Damien, when I was a kid, I never forgot this. It was probably one of the weirdest humpings I've ever seen. We had a girl chocolate lab, female chocolate lab, and she was the dominant of the pack. We had like a little pack. We had a chocolate lab, a yellow lab, a black lab, Bernese mountain dog, and I think that was all at that time. We had a little farm, so we always had a weird menagerie of dogs. And she would if all the other dogs were boys, if they were laying on the ground, she would hump their faces. Like she would come over to them, just stand over them for a while, and then start to squat and just be like, "Fuck you." Over on their faces, we were like, "This is." And I was a kid, so I did not understand the whole alpha dog thing. I was like, "Brandy's been touched by Jesus, Mom. She thinks she's mating with Tanner's face." It was a time. like labs. They are the definition of dee. I love them to death, but man, oh, what a dopey dog. Don't lick my deodorant. I don't know if that's good for you. I went to the beat of the song. Stop it. Did it really? Oh no. I mean, they can probably hear it. Do you love it? Oh my god, I'm so happy, Donna. Now you get the task of like installing everything and updating and all that. Were you even listening? I can't even imagine. Apparently, overexcitement and rowdy play behavior is that. Is like dominating behavior. I believe it. I would believe that, honestly. Except when they're like the cat in my neighborhood who does the feline version of, ooh, me so horny, baby. Oh, is it a boy or a girl? Because I used to hear girl cats like in the neighborhood at nighttime. You hear like that. But if you've ever seen cats fuck, it kind of makes sense. It's not pleasant. It looks violent. Oh, fuck yes. How was the sound system? I mean, I'm pretty loud. And I think we need to take a break. I think my dogs have been farting me up plenty and I kind of need to pee. I'll put on some good music. Let's test it through Twitch A. Let's see. How about Anderson Paak? It's got some good sounds. And then Cake, you're probably still here. I absolutely remember where our conversation ended and what I was gonna say my like trick was. The mindfuckery trick. If you're still here when I come back and you want to hear, I'm here for you. Hello you. Like I did not end that conversation in my head to welcome Raiders. Although welcome Raiders and I love you. I need a burp. I've had it the whole time. Like I know exactly where the conversation ended when the Raiders came in. I was like, oh shit, Katie, you put a fucking bookmark in this motherfucker. This conversation has places to go. This is about mental health and mind fuckery. Ew, I got some in my eye in that exact moment. Or it's a tiny baby hair from this stupid cowlick. Welcome, Raiders and everybody else. If you're just swinging by and not familiar with my channel, my name's ClassyKatie and it's wonderful to see you. Normally, I stream a lot earlier in the day. I usually actually end pretty here soon, but I had therapy today, so we're going later and we're starting later and all that fun stuff. I have a really bad itch right on the seam of my bra. Oh my god. Oh my god, do you ever get an itch and like the moment you start scratching it, it's almost better than an orgasm? Holy shiza fuck. Oh my god, that was great. Anyways, every couple of hours, I take a break. I take my dogs out so they can shit. I run a little 3-minute ad break. I play some music, and I highly encourage you stretch your bodies. Because blood flow is important. Is good. Oh my god, that felt great. What else was I gonna say? The itch. Just fucking like. Sini Moist, I'm so critically low in weed, I'm like rationing myself. I know it's terrible. Oh, I installed, downloaded, whatever, all of the above, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, because Glut told me it's an amazing game. It's also one that's easily played via point and click, because I stabbed myself in the hand with a big knife. So this hand's out of commission for a bit. But yeah, I would like to play that. It looks really cool. I don't even know what kind of game it is. ClassyKatie, even if that is your real name, you know, sometimes I think about that. Like, should I have put my real name in there? It's all part of a Katie stream. I'm so sorry. Satan bless you all for being patient with my brain, especially after like a stream at post therapy. Like for real. Any of you that came by and expected to get a full conversation out of me, bless your hearts. Fucking bless them. Because my brain is, holy shit, it got cold. It's amazing. It was like, I was kind of warm when I started stream, but the sun went away and now it is not warm. I don't think Star Citizen will ever be complete. From what I hear from all my friends that play that game, it feels like existentially a money scam, but I don't know. They still love it. Yes, that first one was Anderson .Paak Come Down, and this one is Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak smoking out the window. I love Bruno Mars. His voice is fantabulous. Oh, I'm so sorry you're in Ohio, though. For many reasons. Guys, who has heard of the clothing line Simply Southern? They have a way they have to know what they're doing. There's no way they don't see it. You gotta Google image their logo. People buy this stuff and wear it. Is that like the blessed to be Southern or blessed to be born Southern or whatever? I used to see some people at fucking Hopkins have like shit that had that on it. Is it well, I mean, is it like are we questioning it? Because I think I did see people wear that a lot. Like Southern white girls that were, like, excited to be Southern, but I mean, I kinda wanna see it. Hold on. What is it called again? Southern something? 'Cause I don't know if I ever paid attention to it. Like, the logo? Simply Southern. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the Life is Good. If anybody I just typed it into the fucking wrong keyboard. Life is Good. Does anybody remember those shirts? They were like dad shirts. It'd have, like, a stick figure playing golf. Life is Good. It's like those, but for Southern shit. Sorry, I typed it on the wrong keyboard. That's it. I just wanna see the fucking emblem. Where is it? Their logo. I just wanna hold on. I'm gonna look up logo. It is the one I'm thinking of. I saw a lot of people wearing this shit. You know what? I'm gonna say y'all Google that. Like, tell me what you think. It's close enough that I don't wanna put it up on my stream, but, like, it's straight up their logo. Is it Glut? Is it really? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is one I didn't even know about. I'm kinda glad we know about it now. I didn't know. It's, yeah, it is, right? They've gotta know, right? Like, Elf, that's um, they know, right? They know. They know. Is this like a known thing that I was just a dumb bitch about? How the fuck are you, by the way, Elf? We've been talking about RP all day. It's so fucking good. Actually, I was just talking about like mind fucking my way into losing weight way back in the day, and I was gonna teach people how I did it. Uh, but before that, we talked all about RP because I'm so fucking excited. I'm so stoked. Like the cast, everything is just perfect, and I'm like I feel alive. Like my soul became alive getting to RP yesterday and just like have fun. Oh, so excited. I just got a little chill down my spine. Mm. Ugh, I live for it. It's just the best shit. It is. It's okay. So for those that I'm not gonna put this on my stream because it could end up a thumbnail. You never. It's just gross. This looks like what did Glut say? It's called a Nazi dog whistle. Um, it's the logo. So if you've ever, I saw this all over when I lived in Maryland, and DC. The brand is called Simply Southern, and it's like a women's, wear, but like how do you say this? Mom wear? I don't know how to put it. But it's just like little shitty, t-shirts that are like pastel green with some flowers on them, and it'll be like blessed to be born Southern. Simply Southern. Like, that's the kinda shit. I compare it to the dad shirts that I used to see. My dad literally had a ton of them. They always said "The Good Life" or "Life is Good" or something like that, and it'd have, like, a stick figure golfing or stick figure fishing. It's like that kind of thing, but I've seen that shit, but I've never seen the logo, and it absolutely I am I wrong in thinking that's the fucking that's the SS symbol, right? Like the Nazi SS. I'm not totally off base on that, right? Like I'm not reaching because I don't want to reach on that. But like, damn. Right, is that a yikes? I'm feeling that. Like I'm gonna get rid of it now. I'm gonna make it go away, but y'all Google that, check it out, on your own time. But that's I didn't know. We've been educated. I did not know. I had never seen their emblem before. I really didn't know. But I've seen people wear that shit. I mean, it's very, very common, especially on like moms. What up, Jack? How are you? Yeah. Ooh. And it's also very swastika-esque. I mean, that's honestly my first reaction was, "Is that a swastika?" And then I was like, "Wait, those are 2. Oh my god. Alright. I've seen this before," because thank you, Glut, for building that up. That's actually a really good website. It sounds like a joke. Jewwitches, like the website name, sounds like a joke. It's such a fucking good website that's really informative on showing you and I, the, like, secret symbolism that white supremacists like to use and put on things to be like buddy, but not, be wearing a Ku Klux Klan outfit at Walmart. Instead, they'll wear the fucking Simply Southern logo. Oh my god, and those that don't know are too dumb to know. Man. Samir, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings for 2 fucking years in a row. Yeah, right. I feel that. I didn't know. Thank you for the education. That's I feel like they know. That's like, was it which magazine? Some magazine did a crossword, or was it a newspaper did a crossword recently that the first day they did it was like a swastika, and then they were like, "Sorry guys," and the next week it was the SS symbol. Was it the New York Times? Yeah. Like that is uh really, Sronlin? No shit. When I googled I mean I won't pull it up again, but if you just go if I when I googled Simply Southern logo, the very first image is that double S. Icky. Simply stupid. Mhm. The Nazi symbol's technically the Hakenkreuz. Oh man, dumb American mouth. Probably a good thing. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, it's a swastika, right? Trump Pence logo though. Ugh. Have they done it a few times? I didn't know. I don't really pay attention to the New York Times, to be honest. Right. If Simply Southern's actually anti-Semitic, it's not being secret. It's not at all being discreet. It's like, well, they might think they're being discreet, but I kind of think like, you know what? Fuck it. Most of the time I try to be nice, but I don't care if you're a racist Nazi. I don't give a fuck. They're too stupid to know that to know how blatant it is to us. They think it's secret. That's saying they think. I know that's giving a lot of credit to a neo-Nazi racist piece of shit. Know what I'm saying? No shit. The most recent was on the first fucking night of Hanukkah. Ugh, that gave me the bad chills. It's like a gun range here in Omaha called Tactical 88. Ew. Ew. I love a meme. Drug sniffing cats. Stop. Where's sales? Do we have sales? Sales in disguise. A lot of heroin here. Yeah. Shall we tell the humans? Fuck the state. It's fucking glorious. Let's talk about how I mind fucked myself in college into losing all my my freshman 75 because I promised Cake I would. So, just a brief rundown. Earlier today, I don't know how we got on the topic, but I talked about when I was in college, I was in a bad relationship and ate my feelings. Oh, because I had therapy today. We've been on mental health topics because I had therapy today, of course. Um, so when I was in college, I gained a bunch of weight and realized it and kind of mind fucked my way in out of losing it without doing anything, crazy drastic. Like I didn't starve myself. I didn't do any fad diet. I didn't join any fucking diet program or anything like that. But it was mostly about recognizing what my brain wanted that was leading to the overeating, where mine was I wanted to eat until I was in pain. Like literally, I would eat until my stomach was so fucking full, I literally had to like lay back, undo my pants, and breathe heavy. And then I would still munch, and it was my way of like numbing myself until I passed out because I was in a relationship with someone that it just wasn't bad. And so I did a bunch, yeah. So recognized it, and what I basically did was I recognized that I'm an impulsive person and I want what I want. And even if I like give myself a meal and I'm full and I'm satisfied, if I don't give myself what I'm craving, like if I'm dreaming about Taco Bell for some fucking reason or whatever, I'll never stop obsessing over it. And it will just become like a weird holy grail. And that's really unhealthy, like food habits to, obsess or pedestal food. I don't know how to put that. I don't know how to put it. You know what I mean? Like that's not good. And so what I did, I didn't know this was gonna work, but what I did was when I craved something, the best example I can think of is in my college town, there was this burrito place called ClassyKatie. Unfortunately, COVID killed it because it was a college town. College towns basically, and it was this really, really good burrito place that was open. It was one of the only places that would be open until like 4 a.m. that you could go and get the full menu until 4 a.m. And every single burrito on the menu was as big as my ass. I'm not kidding. It was, I mean, there's pictures online. They were at least this big. And I think I'm being, sometimes a little bit, I mean, it was a two-hand project. Any of the burritos, all of them, the entire, and if you got a quesadilla, it was two of those wrappers that make one burrito put together in a circle. Literally, it was like a pizza. I mean, it was insane. So, you drink, smoke all night, you're hungry at 2 a.m., fucking Casa Que Pasa's open, and you go get a goddamn burrito. So it became a thing, and they had this amazing burrito called a potato burrito, and I know it sounds hella boring. It was literally just like deep-fried, crispy, like home-fried potatoes with like rice and shit in it, but they had this sauce that would go on, and I don't know. I love food, if you can't tell. But they're this big, and they do have their calories online. And one burrito, like the lowest calorie burrito at this place, not that I give a fuck about calories anymore. However, it is good if you look at your habits and look where the calories are coming from if you want to lose weight, I guess. And I looked at it, like the lowest calorie burrito they had, it was over 2,000 calories for one, and I would like eat one multiple times a week. A lot. Like they weren't like it was $8 for like this, which most college students would be like, dude, that's like 2 meals for $8. Katie was like, that's a snack. And so like recognizing that I was impulsive and I needed, like when I crave something, I need to just give into it. Say I like went for a run or whatever. I also started running casually because I had a lot of anxiety. I don't think that was anything part of it though. Can't run from a bad diet. What I would do is after a run or after school or whatever, if I really was just dreaming about this potato burrito, I would order and go pick up, because delivery didn't exist yet, everything I wanted. Like I wouldn't restrict myself. I wouldn't look at the burrito like, oh, that one has deep fried something in it. Like I wouldn't do that at all. I'd order everything I wanted, get home, literally lay it out on the counter and cut it in half exactly. I know. It sounds crazy. I told you it's mind fuckery. Cut everything in half. Cut the burrito in half, the chips in half, everything, the guacamole, anything I got. They also had this amazing salsa bar that literally had like 12 salsas that you could just go freely get at any time while you're there. Like fill fucking cups with it, and it was all in-house made. They were amazing. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I would cut everything in half, wrap up a half, and put it all in the fridge, and then take all the food to wherever I was going to eat it, because I'm not eating over my kitchen sink or something like that. And like, my brain saw my plate full, and I would make the plate empty, and my brain thought, that we had consumed everything we wanted. But in effect, I'd only eaten half of what I would have eaten. And by that point, you're too full and, fucking satisfied and lazy in my case to get up and go to the fridge and get the other half, heat it up, and it's not going to be the same. It's just like, I'm over it. I'm over the texture of the burrito. I'm over the flavor of the burrito. I'm over everything by that point. But if it was in front of me, I would have just sat there and mindlessly been like, and I did that for every single meal for months. I just cut literally every single thing perfectly down the middle. It was weird, but it's literally it's all in your head. Small plates is another thing. I was in college and poor, so the idea of like buying plates or buying anything new to put my food on was crazy. But that's another thing, because your brain, some people will fill a plate no matter what it is. They have to fill every inch of the plate. And if you were like me, you fucking cleared your plate when you were a kid because you're poor, and get a tiny plate, like little bowls. Owie, I just hit my cut. Shit like that. It was all mind fuckery though. Like it was me fucking myself. So I had to like kind of buy into it a little. I relate it to like setting your clock fast. If you've ever been someone who's just for some reason, infinitely late. I know some people who will just set their clock 15 minutes fast, and they will buy into it and teach themselves to forget they did that. So when they just glance at the clock, they don't remember they set it 15 minutes fast, and then they're always 15 minutes early somewhere. I couldn't do that, I don't think. I think I'd always know I said it fast. But with food, I could do it. Yeah, it's a clear the plate family, 100%. Yeah, that was a big thing. And then if it wasn't a craving thing, like if it was just because I know not every meal is a meal you're gonna get takeout and get something like extremely extravagant and rich and shit like that. Basically, what I made for a rule for myself was I had a cup. It was actually like a babe. It was like a mason jar. I had a mason jar, literally like a preservatives jar that pears would have been in or something, and I would fill it with water, and I had to drink that entire thing before I ate anything. That was a rule. Or drank any soda. I could not have a beverage that had calories in it until I drank that full of water. That was like a rule. Every single time, if I walked to the kitchen because I was bored and looking to munch, I had to chug that thing of water. That was like, and I had to buy into it because there's no one there to punish me. Like, you know what I mean? No one's watching me. I had to do it. It was like a rule I made for myself. And that was something I kind of learned from school was that the vast majority of the time we think we're hungry and we're munchy, we're actually dehydrated, but our bodies don't know the difference. They just say consume. So a lot of times if you wake up from a really weird, hot, sweaty nap and you suddenly are like famished, drink a glass of water. You're just dehydrated. But that was a rule I did. That got me off soda instantly because soda is not tasty if you're already hydrated at all. And then it would, hydrate me. And then, oh, the other thing I was just going to say is I always had a salad. Every single meal had to have a bowl of lettuce and I had to eat it first. It was just a way of, like, filling up what the stomach I'd already blown up, I had been doing this literally for years now, just fucking stretching my stomach to an abnormal point that was, like and by abnormal, I mean no body beyond a 7-foot person needs that amount of calories I was consuming, like, abnormal amounts of calories. Gun, I'll never be small either, and I have no aspirations to be skinny or to be, like, a thin person and never ever have. Honestly, I got to a point where I just personally, I felt like I was bursting at the seams. Like I'm kind of numbers obsessive. I have a little bit of OCD with that kind of I actually have OCD, but it's definitely numbers related. So I don't have a scale in my house or anything like that because I can get to dangerous. It becomes a video game, Just got to lose a few more pounds because I'm beating the video game, not really recognizing what's happening in my body anymore. That's neither here nor there, but we don't go there anymore. For me, I just want to feel comfortable. That's, like, the most important thing to me was feeling comfortable in my flesh and in my body, and I got to this point where it kind of felt like my arms poked out, and, like, I just felt like a too-stuffed sausage casing in everything. It didn't matter if clothes I was putting on were too big for me, too small for me, fit just right, I always felt that way. I just wanna feel comfortable. I don't give a shit about anything else. Like, I don't believe in BMI. It's antiquated bullshit. I think we all know that by now. That stuff's bullshit. I think it's just about being comfortable. That's my, like, goal, I guess. So kind of fill in empty calories in water and then eat smaller. Exactly, because a lot of the time that we are munchy, we're dehydrated. So, and for me, like that's why I have a hydrate alert, which I did not fill my water. Please don't waste your points. I got to go get water. I chugged this entire thing right before stream. Don't worry, I'm very hydrated. But that's why I have a hydrate. Like I think it's like an ADHD meme at this point that we forget to drink water and consume things. Like I literally if I'm not streaming, I am always standing and moving until I go to sleep. Like I go from 100 miles an hour to 0. That's just those are my 2 speeds right there. And so I just don't think about it ever. And so when I would walk through the kitchen because I'm feeling a little ADHD munchy, suddenly there's a mason jar right by the fridge and I have to fill it and drink it with water if I want to eat anything. And by the time I drink that whole thing of water, I'm done. I'm fine. Another thing I've heard this for some people is like if you think of like uh I call it the broccoli test, but some people will come at me. I don't like broccoli. Okay, no shit. Pick a vegetable that's like no one's sitting there like, you know what I fucking love. I want my death row meal to be a head of raw broccoli. No one's doing that. But I like raw broccoli. I like raw cauliflower. I like raw carrots. Like I like raw veggies because they're crunchy and stuff. And if I'm hungry, a salad is fucking delicious. But if I'm bored munchy, I notice that veggies do not sound good. Like, if the only thing that sounds good is the potato chips, probably drink a glass of water. And I'm not saying starve yourself, but you see what I'm saying? There's a difference between hunger and, like, we can bored nibble. Ooh, you got weather headed your way. What kind? Same, cake, same. And it's like, especially being a uterus holding human, I can only speak to my personal experience. But I know for a fact that if you have a uterus and like the hormones of a uterus owning a human being, your weight can fluctuate 12 pounds in a day if you're 5'5". Just water weight due to the hormones going through your body at any given time. So I don't think scales are really very helpful unless you're like really, really like, scared, like you're in the morbidly obese category where we're like, okay, it's killing you. That way we can like gauge where you are. But when you're just like kind of overweight, kind of chubby, I don't think it's healthy. Health? I don't think it's healthy. Because literally, and that doesn't mean just on your period, at any fucking time, if you have a uterus and you have those hormones, your body can fluctuate 12 pounds all day long. It's disgusting. I remember going to Weight Watchers with my mom and sisters when I was a kid, and there would be women in there that would be like, "Oh shit, better go take my nail polish off before we weigh in." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" It's because of that shit. I don't think it's an accurate like someone was saying in chat the other day they're on a journey of losing weight. They gained some weight they didn't like. And they were saying their way of like measuring their success is measuring. Literally measure. They got a measuring tape and they measure like their arms and their legs. I think that's way more accurate because like you guys know that I'm sure you've seen the meme, but for those who haven't, it's so accurate. It's like this much like whatever this weighs. Let's say this is 5 pounds. I know it's not. It's a lighter. Sorry, it's so black. Say this is 5 pounds. 5 pounds of muscle looks like this if it's fat. Like this is how much more room it takes up its fat. And I think this is honestly too small. I think it's a little bit. I think it's 3.7 times the size because fat molecules are so hydrophilic. They fill with water and they swell really, really big. So if you're measuring yourself versus weighing yourself, like you could be gaining muscle and losing fat. Therefore, if you're weighing yourself, you'll see no change on the scale at all, but your body could look completely different. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's more like that. Oh, that's really good. Yep, that's way better. Thank you. I was literally looking all over my desk. No, Viata, you're right. Yep, it's the difference between my mic and my lighter. Literally, muscle, fat. Like, that's how much room they take up. Both 5 pounds. Because very, very hydrophilic, loves water, swells with water constantly. Like, if you're holding water because you ate a really salty meal, it's in those cells. And so I think measuring, like, just getting a measuring tape, if you need a way, like if you need that, I personally just go by how my clothes fit. Like if my clothes fit kind of snug, I just watch myself, stop like binging on M&Ms before bed. But if you need it, I think that's the most healthy way to do it. Donna, we got snow too. Got an ice storm hitting tonight. Oh shit. Tomorrow here in Austin. Don't have to go into the office till Thursday. Thank fuck. Oh my god. What's your guys' traffic like when you guys get hit with that shit? Nail polish. No shit. I know. I know. Its uterus is betraying us. I know. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's just crazy. If I do weigh myself ever, it's in the morning after a BM. 100%. Yeah. To give myself the standard to go by. Well, before I got rid of the scales. That's also a thing. If you ever measure your height, you should measure first thing in the morning right after you wake up. Because as you go through the day, your spine compresses and you actually lose a couple inches. For instance, if I measure myself right when I wake up in the morning, I am exactly 6 foot, like on the fucking dot. But by midnight, I'm 5'10" and a half. It's really weird. I've done it multiple times just to double check. It happens every time. Your spine just compresses just by doing shit all day and, stuff. And then when you lay out at nighttime, your spine relaxes and stretches back out. But that's your true height. So if you've ever like gone to the doctor at different times of the day and the doctor's like, "Who recorded your height last time?" Bitch, it was you. Dude, Elf, that's what I feel like. Like, I've never lived anywhere where the snow just doesn't go away. just doesn't go away now. It's just always here. Like, it's always here, and it's always fucking cold. Dude, like, right, Lena? It's weird. Wait. I graph my weight every day. In a week, I'll be up and down over a pound from the average trend day by day. Weight Watchers weighing in once a week will hit a high point or a low point randomly. 100%, yeah. And I don't know if, like, do they explain that? I hope they do. I hope they explain that to people. I went way too young. I was a kid, so I didn't understand anything. A Marylandian blue crab feast, dude. I put Old Bay on everything. Everything tastes like crabs in my house. I mostly have a scale to weigh my dogs. That's what we use. We have one in a closet, and that's what we use it for. Zach pulls it down and weighs the dogs. It's a human scale. Exactly. That's what Zach does. He weighs himself and then weighs the dogs, and we put it back up in a fucking shelf. You do shrink with old age. This is true. My mom claims she's shrunk like 4 inches. I don't know about that. I live in San Antonio, and I think we're going to get some of that crap, too. We have 1 spoon and 1 salt shaker to handle icy roads. Needless to say, they shut the whole damn city down if it gets any frozen stuff. I believe that. I remember, where was I? I was, like, in LA or something, and it rained. Like, they talked about rain on the news. Rain, though. It was weird. But then I learned that because they're always hot and they never get rain, when it rains and it cools down, all of, like, what is it, like, oils in the asphalt come up and make the roads like an oil spill, essentially. So people just slide and fucking crash and die all over the place. Fucking crazy scary. Now I kind of understand it, but also, like, maybe do something about it. I don't know what to do. It just seems crazy that happens, that this is, like, a problem. Oh, the BMI. Oh, that's what I was gonna pull up, thank you. I was trying to, fucking Steam has updated for me, like, 5 times in the last 2 days. Anybody else? Like, I swear to God, I was just trying to pull up the game, update. Did it again, update again. Did it twice. No, 3 times today. Did it once before stream. Why all the updates? I just wanna play a game. Bitch. Yes, banana, literally, I was saying we do the same thing. We do literally the same thing. I live in San Antonio. Oh, wait. I was trying to catch up on chat, sorry. Also, when I had my back surgery, I lost a 1/4 inch. No shit. Did they remove, like, bone? Meanwhile, in Sweden, where I live, snow for 18 hours and immediately disappears 2 days later. So weird how much climates are changing over the past 10 years. It's scary. It is pretty scary, isn't it? My mom was always 180 like me, and now she's lost at least 2 inches, 5 cm. That's my mom. She was never as tall as me. I'm, like, the tallest creature in our family. What's 6 foot? 180, like, 82.5 cm or 183 cm, I think. My mom was, like, she claims she was, like, 5'8". I think she was, like, 5'7", 5'6". Now she's 5'5". If I measure myself in the morning, then I'm 5'9". Mid-late afternoon, 5'8". I was so confused, right? I wasn't taught that. I had to, like, learn that. My grandma was 5'8". Most of her life. At her death, she was 5'6". Oh, she shrunk and got itty bitty. What up, Mag? How are you? Chucky, how are you, love? Yeah, same. Okay, it's not just me getting, like, constant Steam updates. Okay, glad it's not me. I was wondering, like, is my computer deleting the update? Like, are we regressing? I don't know what's going. The crab mustard. Oh my God, do you eat that shit? I don't eat the mustard. I can't do it. Crabs, so, it depends. So, not enough gun. The way that you and I consume crabs, they're an extremely healthy meal. I would actually advise adding additional food because crabs are so fucking low calorie, literally. And because they're steamed, and because we don't have the habit of smothering them in butter. If you're on the coast where they do, like, king crab legs or king crab or snow crab, where it's, like, the fucking leg of crab that you have to, like, get a fucking, like, mallet to open because it's so hard shelled, they boil them. They don't steam them on that side of the country. I know, it's crazy, but because they steam them, all the flavor goes out into the steaming water, and so it's basically, like, flavorless kinda, so they dip it in butter. That is as many calories as you're dipping it in butter. But actually, literally, because I'm obsessive, this is not a healthy behavior, but I did look up the calories of crabs at one point, and I believe one blue crab is maybe 60 calories, 65 calories at best. And that's like if you get every fucking modicum of meat out of that crab, which, I mean, we try. You know what we're saying? We try. Oh yeah, it's like 60, 65 calories for a female. I'm talking a big female, yeah. And that's if you get everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. Like, and it makes sense though if you think about it. Like blue crabs, we don't really eat the leg meat. The legs are so flimsy. Like, if I have a good big one, I'll try to break the legs open and like suck whatever's in there out of them. But the legs are nothing. It's mostly about the claws and the body. And like when you think about it, like me at least, I usually get through maybe 4 crabs, 3 or 4 crabs, and I'm full. I'm not full. I'm just fucking tired of pulling crabs apart. Like I'm done. And then I just start eating corn or potatoes or something. So I've never seen anyone pile through a ton of crabs because you just get tired of doing it. Crack, squeeze, rip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wait, butter. No, I've never seen anyone put butter on blue crab, but they got to be out there. I had a herniated disc, had a laminectomy done, and every time I've been measured since, I'm 1/4 shorter. It was the worst fourth. It's fine. You didn't need it. Snort crabs in Old Bay, dude. I do it here. It's fine. Apparently, nobody's their true height because we're supposed to decompress by hanging off of stuff like our super ancestors did. So, if you like hanging on bars or rings, I actually have a bar in a doorway that I hang on every day. It helps pop my shoulders out. It feels really good. Maybe that's why I'm so tall. Apparently, maybe. Kind of right. Like I try, but I do not eat the mustard, man. I don't know what it is. It's kind of the texture of it. There's something about it. Ugh. I suck the head of shrimps though. The only way I've managed to stay on a diet is if I use low-calorie shakes and eat crisp bread and salads. I'm a shit at controlling myself unless I put myself under this insane regime. So the way I had to do it and put it basically and look at it is whatever I do to lose this weight is the way I'm going to eat the rest of my life. That's the way I viewed it. And maybe that helped with long-term success. I don't know. I am not a dietitian by any means. I just have personal experience. But seriously, when I was like, you know, figuring out this cut shit in half, do whatever, I was like, I don't, that was part of my, I'm trying to look for the word, impulsive nature is if I want a chocolate, I'm gonna have some chocolate or I'm gonna think about chocolate for the next 17 years. You know what I'm saying? So instead of living a life of torture, I was just like, okay, I got to do something that's going to make it so I can do this the rest of my life. If I don't want to feel the way I felt, I guess. As opposed to like just a short-term like regime where I'm going to lose a shit ton of weight and then go exactly back to where I was cuz you're just going to gain it all back. I mean, that's just facts and points unfortunately. I know, and right, you probably burn more calories getting into a blue crab than you do eating it. I'm going to be completely honest. Like really probably. I've never seen it, Chucky, but I'm sure. Cake, honestly, Zach got me one that literally it hinges into the doorway and I hang on it every morning. It feels really good. Hang from your feet, otherwise you're just making your arms longer. But I mean, would your feet pull on your spine? I would hope that like the muscle tension used to hold the bar and hold yourself in place would like hold your other bones and shit up and not just your arms out of socket. If your arms are falling out of the socket, like don't use that bar. That's a terrible time. Oh my god, blue crab soup though. Maryland soup. My dad would absolutely say things like that all the time. Yeah. Those are dad things. They gotta do that. Are they even a dad if they don't do that? For me though, that isn't gonna work. I had a gastric bypass, which left me almost incapable of leaving the house most days. Oh no! Like if it was it a botched one? So for me, with such a low spend of calories, I have to eat under 800 calories a day to actually lose weight. I don't really break 1,500 on most days, but I don't get much exercise. Oh my god! Did it like make you sick? Oh honey, my heart. People on the rack during the Spanish Inquisition were actually exercise pioneers. I mean, you know what's funny? I actually listened to a podcast the other day that was about like ancient torture stuff, whether or not they were real. And there's like no evidence that the Iron Maiden ever existed in reality or was used. There's evidence that someone built something that was the Iron Maiden, but not that it was used. It was just a fear tactic. It was actually impossible to use. It wouldn't close because of the way it was built. Interesting. The things we learn. Yeah, right, Cake? Almost all of it. The most real ones were like the really basic ones. Like I've showed you guys pictures of the torture museum I went through in Prague. One of the ones that is real was like a wooden four-sided pyramid that they would squat a person on and just slowly split them in half on it through their nana. Witchcraft. That was real, but it was always the most basic, boring shit. Like none of the most, like the Iron Maiden looking stuff, none of that was real. Or I guess there's no evidence of it, I should say. I have EDS and popping my shoulders out is a possibility. My shoulders can sometimes do that. Like just doing this, I feel my shoulders pop. So I work on like trying to get shoulder strength a lot. I have to eat 2,000 calories to not lose weight just sitting on my ass. Feeding myself is expensive. That's insane. I can't even fathom. Caramba, and that's the thing. Like, I just want to be comfortable. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks of my body. I don't care if it fits the most latest fashions. Like, I am in the same boat. I just want to be comfortable. Like, I want to lay on my side in bed and not be worried that Zach's gonna reach over and touch my belly, and I'm gonna have to suck in while I'm falling asleep. I know that is neurotic behavior, but that she's upstairs. She's a loud bitch. I smother her in pancakes sometimes. She's a bitch. But we try, right? I mean, it's just, I think it's ongoing forever. I think it's just be happy and be comfortable. The wooden horse, is that what it was called? I'm sure the ocean is aliens. Octopus? Fuck. At least it provided a band name. Run to the hills. I love Iron Maiden. They're one of my favorite bands ever. The Gossip's Bridal and Iron Maiden were torture and torture pair are all meant to be faked. Which one was the torture pair? Hold on, I don't remember that one. I must look it up. Torture pair. I'm glad I'm not the only one interested in ancient torture, by the way, Cake. Thank you for making me feel not like a total freak for like listening to podcasts about this. Oh, was that the one where it was like they'd put it inside you and split you open or whatever? It looks like a speculum from hell. What's the pair of anguish? Oh, wait. Oh, no, no, no. The pair of anguish is what came up. Is there a difference? Oh my god, Zanmir, this is fucking Bo Burnham. Have you never seen the Inside Outtakes? They're fantastic. You should give them a try if you ever get a chance. Oh god. I still remember when you first told us of introducing Zeke to the flavor style of Maryland, i.e. Old Bay and East Coast crabs, and how much he loved it. I wonder what the equivalent of it is in the Midwest. I think we're considered the Southwest. Honestly, we don't know. We're kind of in a Zach and I have talked about this a lot, which is really weird. I know, but we're like, I don't think we're the Midwest, but we're technically not. I don't think we're like the Southwest. I don't fucking know. We're not Texas. We're Colorado. We're kind of in a weird. I don't know where we are. I have no idea where we are. It's a really weird area, but honestly, I think it's Mexican food and like the local. Thank you, Zan. Bitch, you just gift a sub to River. River, use a butt was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I appreciate you, Zan. Thank you. Into the unknown. Hatch chilies. That's a thing here. Like, there's a season, and people like hatch chili everything. Hatch chili jelly, hatch chili lube, hatch chili babies. I don't know. Fucking hatch chilies is real big here. I've noticed that is like a thing. But it's a lot Mexican food. Like, its vast majority population is actual Mexicans who emigrated or otherwise to America. And they make phenomenal fucking tamales. That's all I have to say. Holy shit. Are we Southwest? See, we just don't. We've looked at maps and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm used to being somewhere like Washington State, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, where it's fucking clear as day where you are. We are in the land of mountains. This is true. I'm considering getting an air fryer oven. Oh my god, they're amazing. I love mine. One of those that kinda look like a mini oven with a rotisserie thingy, they are incredible. It's literally an oven, like a little mini convection oven that sits on your counter. That's literally what they are. They're so fucking great, and if you're only cooking for 1 person or 2 people, it's so convenient. It heats up way faster, and it actually uses way less electricity than heating up your actual, like, your oven, like your huge oven that you have in your kitchen. It uses way less energy. They're so fucking nice. And for just heating up food, they're really nice. Dude, I was trying to look for Bo Burnham. I have to pee again because I did drink a shit ton of water, but I think Steam's done updating. Get over yourself, Steam. My brain died just then. It's fine. She's back. Hello, Berserker. How are you, love? Donna! Enjoy eating, love. That's fine. I'm gonna go pee and then we're gonna play this game. I've never played it before. I love chilies. I'm a big spice fan. Man, I did Ancestry.com and I'm like over 50% Irish genetically, and I can't drink worth a damn, and I love spicy food. Nothing makes sense. Genetics are a lie. Ass up, trousers on. That's the way we like to pair of anguish. Wow. Yes, yes. Air fryers are incredible. Big fucking fan. Big fucking fan. It does. I mean, I'm trying to think of something that failed in it. We have the air fryer that's like 2 drawers that pull out, and you can control both sides independently. So, like, if you have a lot of stuff, like, 2 people's worth of food, you can cook it so it doesn't, like, stack up and stick together. Or you can just use one side, and you can do different modes on either side. It's the Ninja one, I think. I think I got it for Zach for a holiday or something because we had one that was mine. It was like the egg air fryer, like one of the original air fryers ever. Literally, it was like the shape of an egg. We were using that all the time, and Zach was like, "I love air fryers. How have I never had an air fryer?" So I got him a really nice one, but it's the Ninja one, and it is phenomenal, and it's nice. It's a nice appliance, to be honest. It's weird how much Maryland culture is basically crabs, crime, Old Bay, which is funny because the crabs come from Louisiana. I know I always bring that up, but I just think that's hilarious. Oh, I know. Also though, Maryland and the Ren Fair and their flag. Like, I have to add that. There is not a person in Maryland that doesn't have some piece of something in their house with the fucking crest of Maryland on it, because it's the only state of America that still has a crest as the flag, and they are violently proud of it. Also, their state sport is jousting. I know. Ass down, pants on. That's the way we mow the lawn. Cake. My Nana was a spice wimp hard, and she was maybe related. Who knows? She's same though. My Nana literally, like, no black pepper. Like, my Nana could not do onions in food. Like, that was hot garlic. Garlic was spicy. I remember getting Italian food with her, and she'd be like, "Don't put any of that garlic on it. It's too spicy." She was so cute. Chips. So, Stronlin, I've gotten chips to work, but you have to do like the double bake method. I get what you're saying. You can't just put raw potatoes into the thing. They have to be fried. Unless you do the double bake, where you like cut them up and you parboil them and then put them in. That works, but it's a lot of extra work. I get it. It's not really worth it if that's like your goal. I have a thing called a Ninja XL, and it's an air fryer, pressure cooker, broiler, and all that shit rolled into one. I have something similar, but instead of an air fryer, it's a rice cooker, pressure cooker, so on and so forth, all into one. Oh god, what is it called? Not a hot pot, something pot. It's oh my god, what is it called? Instapot, 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 Mismo, Instapot. Yes, I have one of those. Those are pretty fucking dink. They literally do everything. Other than deep, I mean, I don't think you can deep fry in them, but I mean, I just use it as a pressure cooker or a rice cooker. They're incredible. It's real helpful when these little fucks, Lil's just over here licking my hand, when these fucks get sick. Oh, Zag. Ew. I had older relatives who believed everything should be boiled until it's gray, then it's done. No. I don't I don't like that. I hate that. Ugh. It's so weird that we don't do Ren fairs like you do. Like, I know we have reenactments and LARPing festivals and stuff, and not to the extent that y'all do. I mean, you have literal castles that are, like, open to tourists that have things going on, though, like, all year. Like, you have a 24/7 Ren like, you are Ren fair, kind of. You know what I'm saying? What's that castle that is in the Midlands that I went to? I went to it with Millie, but I know if I say Midlands, you guys know the one I'm talking about. It's literally a legit castle, but, like, locals work there and teach archery and do a falcon show and shit, and you can go any time of year and pay a ticket and walk around a castle. That's essentially what Warwick. Warwick? Thank you. Warwick Castle. Thank you. I knew you'd fucking know it. Um, it's literally like you guys have a perma. Like we're just imitating Ren Fair for a couple months a year, but you like have it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably why. Yes, Warwick. Thank you, Sir Roland. Yes, Warwick. I don't know why I don't remember that name. I have so many. Literally, I got to Falcon there. I don't know how you call that. I got to like, and like the Falcon, like, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I got to do that because Millie used to work there. And so one of her friends still worked there and was in the falconry. And he was like, come around back. I'll let you touch some birds. And I was like, "Ah!" And I did. And it was fucking dank. You are the Ren Fair. Literally. Literally. Literally, you are the Ren Fair. This is why I visit you. No, I visit you because I love you. Ren Fair land, literally. MD Ren Fair is the best Ren Fair. I mean, of all the Ren Fairs I've experienced personally, yes. I would agree. Just found the Breville I want on offer for about 140 instead of 280. Oh my god, get it. Born in Warwickshire. I wonder if Millie... no, her dad lived a little ways out. I don't think she was born there. Falconeer? I don't think I can call myself a Falconeer if I've literally, like, falconed once, though. Can I? I don't... Like, what do you call someone who just... once, or twice, or thrice? You know what I'm saying? Shocking how light they are. I'm just trying to think, like, what was the most memorable thing? I mean, like, falcons are relatively small, birds of prey. They're not, like, holding a fucking golden eagle or something. But holy shit, you do not expect how light they are. They're literally air. It's weird. A customer! I mean, I didn't have to pay. A friend? Yeah, Sterling, you're right. I can't call myself a falconeer, but it was life-altering experience. And I got to be this close to is it the Eurasian eagle owl? I think is what it's called. It has fucking, like, orange eyes that are this big. I think it's huge. I mean, this owl was so big. I mean, easily 3 feet tall. And then I got to see, what was it? A condor? Some type of, like, condor, like, really big fucking vulture. Like, its handler came around a corner, and we were standing back there with the eagle owl thing. And its handler goes like, come on, chum. And I shit you not, this fucking vulture that looks like the size of a Keys hound comes around a corner, but hopping. Like, hold on, off. I have to imitate it. There's no way to show you. Like, this is the corner, and you just see this thing, like, and it just stared at us. It was just, but it has like these epically huge wings. And when they waddle and hop, they like kind of like burst them out like this a little. And they kind of do like this. But it just, and I was like, that man's job is just to be followed by that adorable, chubby little condor that's hopping after him. Like, this is that person's life. Where did we go wrong? Nuh-uh, Stromlin. Oh my god, that's amazing. I mean, like, I've always kind of had a thing for falconing. Like, it's my dream to someday, be in a space where I can maybe apprentice or something. And so Millie had previously contacted them and like she really wants to see a falcon. So we got to see a falcon and, I was not going to push that any further. But holy shit, just being so close to that eagle owl was like they are huge. Condors are legit. I mean, that's exactly what it was. It was like a chubby little dinosaur just started frolicking towards us with like hairy legs or something. It had pants on. I don't even know. Gun, do they not have jousting anymore? They had jousting when I lived there, like 3 years ago. No shit, they had jousting when I lived there. Did they get rid of jousting? The fuck? It's the state sport. They can't do that. Right, Hess. I just can't. I hope they don't take it for granted. I piss in the woods and in the fields, but not in the streets. Would you? All right, I gotta pee. That's why I stood and couldn't sit down again. I gotta pee so bad. I drank way too much water. Quick break. I'll leave y'all with Bo for a minute. I'm gonna go pee because I gotta pee so bad. Oh, dude, you want the link to that? Sorry, we ran in with the dogs because I heard that starting. Some of Bo's older shit is funny, but it can be like. I mean, I'm just gonna play another song of his that'll explain it. Krisnick, bitch. Ooh, hell yeah. Check out the Society of Creative Anarchism and Anachronism, SCA. Isn't that like the true LARPers for the Renfest year-round activities and groups in the country? Do they do like really like a good? I bet they do a really good one. You know what I mean? Historically accurate. That white stripe, did she grow? Dana, I just like don't know when I can do it. I mean, honestly, it's probably anytime. The problem is that places like this usually are like, oh yeah, you can come volunteer anytime between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. And you're like, who can do that? I was pulling up Glutt's link really quick. Oh shit. Oh my god, I missed so many. Oh no. Oh no. Glut, if you're here, do you remember which one it was? You're probably in a fucking meeting. Oh no. Said one was very appropriate to what we were talking about. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Glut. I was literally just like sitting here like watching this TikToks. Like, does it say BMI? Four. I literally don't have one from 458. I'm not kidding. I have one at 903 and 436 and then 812. Am I crazy? I'm not leaving. No, I'm freezing cold. This is how I dress inside all the time. No, I'm just really, really fucking cold. Oh shit, is it the blonde chick with glasses? I hate to use descriptors. Yeah, no, I'm not leaving. No, 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 just cold. This is just me all the time. I'm just freezing. I was just pulling my leggings up because I have fat legs, so they fall down. Well, I have thick, so they fall. I put on my little space heater. Lifesaver, I'm telling you. They're convenient, which is really nice, honestly. The location alone is nice. I just feel bad, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at them and see. I'm not gonna say anything because they could be totally different. I've just looked in other places I've lived before, and I'm like, there's no way I can commit to that or whatever. Blonde with glasses. Okay, cool. Let's watch that real quick, and then we'll play games. I knew I pulled up Twitter for a reason. No, nope. Didn't want autoplay. No one wanted that to happen. It says the video is currently unavailable. It literally autoplayed and then went to video currently unavailable. Has it been deleted? Thank you, Mishy. According to Mishy, they fall because they're knit. They don't have elastic. They fall on every leg. Thank you. They don't have elastic at all. You're right. It's just like smooth ass. Literally, sometimes, like if I don't wear leggings and I wear shorts, I'll put lotion all over my legs and then put my leggings on, and the lotion will help my leggings stay up. It's crazy. Did you just message it to me? Hold on. Why is it coming up that way for me? What's happening? I'm not shitting you. This is what I'm getting. Am I crazy? Oh, like play it from the message? Oh my god, that's so sneaky. It saves in the message. Oh, that's great. Oh my god, Cake, that's actually genius. Is that like a life hack I was unaware of? That's genius. Okay, we'll do that instead. Hold up. I gotta move shit. CK is always cold because she's more accustomed to the temp in her natural habitat. Hell. I'm not kidding you. You ever see Little Nicky? You know when the brothers are like possessing people and they have to stand on like hot coals or a roasty toasty pizza? Even as a youth, I felt akin to that. I was like, I want a roasty toasty hot pizza to stand on all the time. Okay, let me see. Can I get it to stop it? Stop, 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 stop. Nope. Autoplay is the worst. I have tit tape, actually. I never thought of that. It's probably great, but it'd have to go on your skin, right? Have you seen Russell Howard Playground Politics? No. Who's Russell Howard? Why is that name super familiar? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel. Why is that name really familiar? I'm bad with names. Oh, that's probably why. I don't know. I don't know. That I talk about it a lot, at least, and I've never heard any of you be like, I've never ever heard anyone stand up for BMI. To be completely honest, I've never seen a person be like, actually, I think BMI is a really great idea. Never ever. Y'all know how I feel about it. I didn't need more information on how bad it is, but honestly, that gave me chills on you guys. We've talked about it before, and we've watched TikToks related to how birth control came about because the founder of Planned Parenthood was into sterilizing / controlling the birth rates of the poor. Because that would help with overpopulation if we got poor people to stop having babies. Like, that's literally where birth control came from. It's super dark and horrible, very familiar. Exactly. Taxonomizing humans generally leads to eugenics. Yeah, it's never a good idea. If anybody like mentions that or is like, you know what's a great idea? Like, that's not a good idea. Get the fuck out, gun. Fuck out. Are you drinking? You're drinking. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I gotta turn this light down because it's blinding me a little bit. I was wondering if Zach was crawling around the floor for a second. Duh, not well, let's be honest. That's not a far-fetched guess. In this house, I have absolutely crawled under his green screen multiple times while he's streaming into his fridge to steal a monster and then crawled back out of his room. Like, army crawled. I've done it multiple times. It's not a bad guess. I remember the monthly BMI arm pinch test at school in the 80s. I was always considered overweight. I'm built like a softball player, Swedish descent, big baby making hips always meant fat. Same. They always my BMI says I mean now I don't know what it is anymore because I don't weigh myself. It's been very, very many years. But the last time it was like overweight or something, and I don't know what it was, but they told me that my perfect ideal weight at my height is 135 to 150 pounds at 6 feet tall. Now, borderline the few genetic people in the world that are just fucking thin. Like, I think someone earlier, was it River was saying they have to eat like 2,000 calories just sitting still because they just burn fucking calorie. There are some people that have a metabolism like crack. I don't get it. It's crazy. That's not me. That's not most of us. Like, what the fuck? Where would it come from? I can see my ribs and my sternum on a daily basis. You should not be telling someone like me to lose weight. I can only speak to personal experience, but I knew that was bullshit immediately. I was like, that's fucking unhealthy. That's what I'm saying. Like I've known some people who are just naturally very thin and very tall and light. And I get that. Like I'm naturally kind of thick. I got big old hips and fat thighs. I get that. But that's not the majority of us, right? A WAP you found on TikTok? Wait, a what?
Holiday is.
I love her. I also love Bailey Sarian, by the way. But like, damn. That wet ass Wiscussy. Jesus. All right. Dread, honestly, I didn't know. Do they? I don't think so. I think that's a unique one. I've lived in a few states and no one's had a unique pussy nickname via the state. But, like, I could be wrong. What's the sexiest American dialect? In my opinion, sexiest? I plead the fifth. The sexiest. I mean, that's like I don't honestly yeah, like I hate to say it about my own place of inhabitants, but like I can't think of a sex like an accent like when you say a sexy accent, not one American one comes to mind really. Is that bad? A vagina, stop it. A vagina. That'd be funny. I was trying to think a I don't know what Baltimore, a Maryland Gina. I don't know, man. We could go for it. I have no idea. I have no idea. You got that cold pussy? Maybe. Maybe. I kind of wish we all had different pussy names now, though, to be honest. Aaron. That's all I got. There's no dick in there, pussy. A vermussy. A Hawaiiussy. Oregonussy. We're really reaching! And I named thee Jessica. That's dumb. Florida has saugussies. A Texasy? A Tuxie. Texasy hurts my mouth. But I guess we're there with it. Is it the biggest one? Baltimore accent's like a cross between ghetto and slightly southern. I feel like it's got a lot of that mid-Atlantic PA thing going too. Like, if you ever hear Kills or anyone from PA speak, the drawl Washington, uh, like if I said I'm going to set this, I have to say it. Hold on, I have it. I say this one. I'm going to set this on the table. On the table. I'm going to set this on the table. I know I do it. I hear that one. It's real hard for me. The other one. It's on the table. This is on the table. I put it on the table. On. On. On the table. Is my mouth doing something weird? On. It sounds weird to me. On. 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 It's on the table. I don't know. That's one. I know that's a PA one. People have told me that many times. On the table. Put it on the table. I don't fucking know. I don't know the other one. Did I do it wrong? Did it sound right to you? Because I can't. It just sounds. I'm the words too many times now. I've done it too many times. Oh my god, is it a Lucy? Cooter. Is a Louisiana pussy just a Lucy? Or is it a lousy? Wait, is it a lousy or a lussy? Lucy. I don't know. That's a. Words have no meaning, right? On. It's the way your mouth shapes. I know it is. And I'm trying to think the way your. But I can't not on. It's on the table. I don't know. Zach makes fun of the way I say sauce. I guess that's another one. Sauce. I can't do it. I don't know what you do with your mouth. Sauce. I hate it so much. I hate it so much because I don't know what to do with my mouth. Where do I put my hands? Ugh. Sauce. You put sauce on the table. But I know Zach makes fun of me for it daily. I have no idea. I am psycho. We're gonna play this game. It's another point and click because my hand's still a little fucked up, but I'm excited to play. Why would the world be ending? I play games all the time, bro. It's not my fault. My chat's just more interesting than yours. Aaron. That's just facts. Dog hair. The curse of my life. I turn on the lights. I have no idea. Where do they put up lights? Where do you put up lights? Shut up, psycho. I love you. How are you, boo? How are you feeling? Dude, same. Our conversations are sometimes the best ever. Where do they say put up the light? Like, I know what it means, but like, where do they say that? I'm confused. You turn on the light or off. Do you turn down the light? Oh, boo! You got a nice chair, though? At least your back will be in better shape, right? Yes, Zoe. I'm loading up the game right now, so I'll have to show it on your different screen, but yes. I feel like my light's just dimmed. Ooh. Oh, is this creepy? Is it a creepy This isn't a circus game, right? There's no clowns. But you didn't throw me into clown game, right? There's not clowns, right? I'm getting clown vibes. Thank you. Is the audio like really fuzzy and terrible for anybody? Oh, it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be? Moist Furby feet. Stop it. Oh, I just closed it on accident. I was trying to maximize it. I just closed chat and everything. God damn it. Zoe, would you mind? Just 1 second. Let me get back into chat. I was literally trying to make it big. God damn it, Katie. No. Do you mind posting it one more time so I can share it? I'm sorry. I literally was trying to make it big and I fucking X'd out of it like a dip ass. This is Zoe's shit. Oh shit. The game's doing shit. The game's doing shit though already, but I didn't do anything. I didn't click anything. Why is it making me do stuff? Don't make me do stuff. I didn't do anything. Don't force me to do things, game. We're busy. I paused it. I hate when games are like, you're not going to touch anything? Guess we're just going to go? We're just going to go? No, you don't just go. Moist Furby feet. What are you doing here, oh cursed one? Enjoy cursed Furb content. There is no hope here. Wait, no, I wanted to ask a question. I have a question. Wait. God damn it. I asked a question of the Furby website. We'll see where that goes. I was just trying to make it big. I mean, show me a streamer that's flawless. I want to see a live content creator never fuck up. I don't think it exists because I watch Ko and bitch fucks up all the time. I splashed a little water when I reached really quickly for the game. I'm just soaping it up really quick. Dude, right? I'm not saying Ko's not amazing. He's fucking amazing. But like, if the cream of the crop fucks up all the time, I can't feel bad. I am a pro streamer by fucking up. Nope. I can't see it because I got fucking post-it notes in the way.
You're welcome. Cheers, Gov, my love. How are you?
Thank you, Lizzie. You know, I was talking about that the other day. Like, the advantage YouTube's good. And then, actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to make a post-it to install that other one. Glad actually got me another click game, and I'm really, really excited to play it. It looks really fucking cool. And I mentioned it to Zach, and he almost peed his pants. He was so excited, because he's also played it and said it's phenomenal. Let me post it. Post-its! Where be thou? Where art thou, post-it? They're probably, like, right in front of me, I bet. I've lost me post-its. I'm just gonna have to write it on another post-it, I guess. This game is fucking sick. Yes, Gorogoa, thank you. He did. He pissed his pants, actually, because he saw, like, you remember I wrote it on, like, literally, so the other day, Glut was like, oh, if you have What Remains of Edith Finch, install it. It's a great point-and-click game to play, and it's only a couple hours. And I was like, awesome. So because Zach was streaming, for some reason, the way our internet works is it's great. We can both stream at the same time and have zero issues, but if one of us tries to install a game, all of the internet just decides to prioritize them. It all goes to that PC, and then I lose everything. So I took a piece of, like, painter's tape and wrote Edith Finch just in huge letters and stuck it to my monitor. So it could not be ignored. So I would remember to install it before stream. And Zach saw that, and he's like, why the fuck does it say Edith on your computer? I'm like, oh, it's this Edith Finch. And he sat there for like 15 minutes just trying to figure out what the full title of the game was. And he's like, that game is so sick. And then I told him about the other one, and he stopped in the hall and gasped and said it's one of the prettiest games you've ever played. So I need to install that one, because I'm assuming this one's probably like 2.5, 3 more hours of it, yeah? With the rate I go at it, probably. So we'll probably have time to at least start Gorogoa tomorrow. I miss you, sister. I was actually thinking about that. It's already been, 6 months since we went to London. That's gross. It makes me feel sad. Another hour, maybe 2. Awesome. No, then we'll definitely have time to start Gorogoa, so I'm going to put it on this. Just my mental note. Mental note. This game is sick, though. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I know it sucks moving my stream time, but therapy is like one of those things that, like, sometimes if I can't get it at a certain time, I'll have to wait like weeks to get another appointment. So I just want to say I'm really, really appreciative of those of you that are, like, forgiving of my schedule flopping on the either side of therapy sometimes. And when it goes late like this, I appreciate the company and hanging out, because honestly, sitting in my own brain after therapy alone in silence is not the best way to go. It's nice to sit with you guys and talk about it for a couple hours. I appreciate it. I mean, I know it's like, I would never expect different behavior. Like, after fucking X amount of years, I'm pretty positive y'all are, like, hella understanding, wonderful people. But I don't know, I'm just not used to it, I guess. It's weird. It's weird! Derp, I got to hang out with Lizzie and Anubis while I was there. Because we were in London proper, and they came and visited us, and it was super cool. There's a dog hair on my nose, I know it. I can feel it. I'm losing it. Hi, Vile. Last group cheers? Absolutely. It's so keefy. She's so keefy, y'all. Hold on. Let me exit out of this. And then Gorogoa. I was trying to get my pen to work. Consistently. Gorogoa. Install. I must. That's literally what I do. Z. So I don't know if I've ever got to show you my Kiefer Smokerland. It's where I keep all my keef that I collect out of my grinders. Because I don't often smoke it. I don't even think about it. But when I'm low on weed, it's a great topper. So you're not like grinding up all the weed you have left. Good to keep. Oh, you have your appointment on Saturday? Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. It's less than a week away. How many? 4 days? Oh my God. No, 3 days. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so excited for you. We're cheersing in honor. We're cheersing in honor and hoping that Z gets his fucking legal card, whatever you call it. Everywhere calls it something different. Legal weed. Legal weed. That's it. That's it. Cheers. Oh my God, I haven't got to see Silent Dan. I forgot he's doing Silent Week. That's such a good idea, Vile. Fuck yes. So, my friend Domestic Dan, who we've rated many times, you guys probably know intimately at this point, he's doing a week of just doing everything he normally does, cooking, playing games, hanging out, but in silence. And it's so, the concept of it is so weird, but I'm kind of excited. Yeah, he's it's honestly like, I'm going to take a page out of his book, and next time I lose my voice, that's what I'm going to do. Because I've literally had to not stream. Because sometimes your voice just goes, you know what, I'm tired, I'm done. And it just gives out. No matter how often you stream or how regularly you stream, it just does it. And I've had to take days off, and I go get swabbed and shit because I think I have strep, and I don't. I just lose my voice. I kind of love it. Like, why not? There's shit you can do, and you don't. I mean, it would suck. Like, I would literally have to unplug my microphone to force myself not to talk. That's how much I enjoy speaking with you guys. That part would be very difficult for me. But I really love it. I love the idea. It's like quiet quilting where you still work, but people question you constantly. Oh my God. Quiet quitting. Excuse me. Quiet quitting. Quilting. Quiet quilting, Katie. Oh my God. Kelter. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it 8 swings. I fucking appreciate you. That's a very long time. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, Mayo.
Hi, gay.
I'm Laura. All them quiet quilters out there. I mean, I've been known to quilt, and I usually listen to music or a podcast to cover up the screams of fury as I stab my fingers over and over and over and over and over again because I'm one of those fucking sadist, masochist psychopaths who like to hand quilt. But I'm sure there's bitches out there that do shit in silence. There has to be. There's crazy people. Look at this. That's the 5th restart today. It's not just me, right? I swear, I can't lie. I can't make this shit up. Steam is just constantly updating, self-updating. What's going on? It's not just me, right? Is my computer doing something to Steam? Is my computer fucking with Steam or something? Because I swear to God, it is, for the past week, every day, there's at least one update. And I'm like, I think Dupe said earlier that theirs did the same thing. Really? That's 5. Once before stream, 4 during stream. That's weird. What would cause that? Interesting. That's so... Lilith and Trick are just, like, talking to each other. Are you just singing it, Trick? Hold on, I'm gonna move my monitor and see if I can show her to you guys, because she looks so fucking ridiculous right now. Oh. Stay looking cute. You were looking so cute just now. I don't know if it'll work. Hold on. Ugh, she's right behind the monitor. Every time! Ugh. Every time. Someday I'll get another cam for her. She looks so fucking cute. She's just like laying on her side with her face smushed into a pillow going, but she never picks her head up or moves. She's like, it's the most lazy, come play with me. It's fucking funny. They're goofballs. New updated files are usually the culprit. No shit. It's like a back patch to make sure the app itself is working properly. Oh, I wonder. Well, we have terrible weather right now. I wonder if a server keeps dropping like that. I might be part of Steam beta too. I don't know. How do you back out of that? I don't know why I would have done that. Is it like in the settings? I would imagine. Settings. I could have swore there was something in here that just said beta. In-game account. In-account details. That's what I thought too. In-game interface. Library. Downloads. Cloud. Oh. Nope. I don't see anything that says beta. I'll have to look into it because that's probably it. I did see a lot of the little things said beta, and that would probably like help with me not having this constant fucking updates all the time. All the time. But yeah, I'll look it up. It's got to be in there. Steam did go down at 6 p.m. today. I mean, but I've had it go down, like not go down, but need a restart 5 times today, which is all throughout the day. I mean, it was before we played the game, after we played the game. It's just like, it seems a little excessive, you know what I'm saying? Like really excessive. Beta participation, change. Opt out of beta program. Yes, please. Restart Steam. Again? Figured it out! Figured it out. Thank you, though, for helping. Seriously, whoever said that, thank you. That's it. And now it's dead and we killed it. Hello, Wand. How are you? Thank you, Vile. I appreciate that. Honestly, I was, Steam updates tend to be pretty benign, so I tend to just, like, click them to make them go away. But I mean, literally, you guys saw it happen to me many times today. It's just been very excessive. So, hopefully, that will fix it, and we don't have that anymore, because that's halted a lot of games, and literally, like, stopped games and shit. It's weird. I can't remember the last time I fucking played a game in beta. At all, actually. It's another shit show day on planet Earth. I know. Honestly, it's sick. Every morning I watch the news and I'm just like, oh my God. I think it's crazy because we usually talk about, just like big news and stuff in the channel first thing in the morning. But the last couple of weeks I've noticed, I think no one's really brought up anything major. A few things here and there, like horrible anti-trans legislation, etc. We've talked about, but like I think we're drowning in it. Like we don't know what to talk about. Like there's too much. We've already had like so many shootings in just the month of January. It's just fucking like. I think I'm like, you ever just kind of feel overgrown? Like that stump that blackberries take over? Like you can see little spots of sunlight, but you're like, I don't know what to do. Everything hurts. I did beta for a little bit when I was into cards more, then got rid of it after. Really? I can't even remember why I had it, but fuck that. It is. It can be very exhausting. But when I say that, I feel shitty saying that. Like I feel like how dare I say that other people's death and demise is exhausting. But it's like the sheer consumption of the vast amount of terrible, terrible, horrific news coming out of just the US. Just the US, let alone the rest of the world, which is also horrible. I'm not saying we're worse, but like, damn. Yeah, I'm like news fatigued. Screw January. I caught the COVID. Fuck that. Fuck January. Fuck this year so far, 100%. This year has cost me so many thousands of dollars this year. I just cannot with this year. This year can dry fuck itself. I don't even know, man. 2023 already bent me over. Chicago is now #1 in the US for worst traffic congestion. I heard about that. And number 2 in the world? Is there a reason? Why? I would assume LA would have been one of the worst. Or New York or something. You got it too? Fuck, dude. Zach and I still have not gotten COVID, and we've tested ourselves. Every time either of us get a little sniffle, We get a little thing and we do the swabbies and we test ourselves. But we're boosted and vaxxed. I mean, it's not like we're like sitting here, challenging the world. Fuck that. I want to live. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Because it's Chicago. I mean, I don't know what that means. I've been to Chicago, but like I didn't drive around, I guess. Windy City doesn't play. Is it terrible traffic? Do you feel like it's that way? Not enough lanes downtown. Only 4-lane highways, and the traffic lights are terrible. Only 4-lane highways in Chicago? That seems kind of ridiculous. All right, I get it. Like, is Chicago bigger than Denver? We have like 8-lane. We have some highways are so asininely big, I question them. There's an off-ramp in Chicago that's fed from 110 in LA now. No shit. Is it like a trucker kind of highway? Says that for traffic. I just assumed LA would. That's the worst place I've ever personally driven in my life was Los Angeles. In the United States of America, I should say. Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is the worst place I've ever driven in my life. Ever. 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 Dunpeel, no, it's not. As an American or as a United Statesian, because I hate lumping Canadians into our garbage. I don't know what else to call us. It feels that way to us and is scary because I look around and I'm like, where is it? No. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. No, it is. It's disgusting. You're looking at a government run by senior citizens that refuse to do anything about kids and human beings being innocently just shot down and gunned down. No, it's fucked up. It is. It is fucked up, and it's kind of a culture. It's disgusting. No. It's everywhere. It's just constant. It's disgusting. Yeah, I don't have any other words for it, but we feel it here too. I mean, we're like, yeah, yeah. I don't have enough time to go like hella into that tonight, but you know what I mean by it's just grotesque. It's grotesque. Literally would jump into a moving car if it meant I didn't have to drive. Oh my God. I caught it at work. Oh, and I've been vaccine boosted. At least I'm getting PTO. That's good. I still wear a mask and shit in public areas that are really like congested, with people. It sucks. Can't even argue, right? Like, what do you say to that? Yeah. It took me 38 minutes to go 7 miles. See, that sounds like Seattle traffic. My mom, it used to take her she used to drive 2 hours in the morning to go less than 20-ish miles. Less than 30 miles probably. When I worked near LAX, it was 3 hours round trip for a 30-mile, almost all freeway commute. Wow. That sounds like Seattle. That's literally Seattle traffic. No shit. That's what my mom did. My mom, for the last, I don't know. She was a respiratory therapist for 50-something years. She just retired. And I think for the last 8 or 10 years of it, she was an administrator. So she went from working 3 12-hour shifts a week to 5 8-hour shifts a week salary. 5 10 to 12-hour shifts a week. And she did the same. She would do those shifts 5 fucking days a week and sit in traffic 2 hours to and from work every day. It was insane. I was like, woman, what are you doing in there? Like, your life is in a car. Ah! It's wild. Or the starving or homeless or wage gap or bodily autonomy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the attack on children. The vid, I got it 5 times. Do you know how? Like, are you in a high exposure environment or kind of thing? Just curious. So I can avoid that thing. That wasn't rush hour? Ew. Okay. Nope, you win. That's gross. I think it's every major metro now, everywhere. The cities are getting more crowded. I 100% agree. Like, in the few cities I've lived in, I don't choose to live in cities, but I've had to work in a lot of them just because of hospitals and shit like that. What I've noticed is that, there's horrible traffic in every city I've ever lived in, but it's always different. Like, in Colorado, I feel like there should never be traffic. Because seriously, everywhere you go in Denver, there's 8-lane highways. They're huge and beautiful and wide and fucking brand new. But there's always 2 lanes shut down for construction. Always, 24/7, everywhere you go. So what should be a 2-minute drive is always a 15 to 25-minute drive because construction. Whereas like Seattle, no matter what, even if you leave your house at 3 a.m., I swear to God, there's already 7 accidents on the highway and they block off 3 lanes to like encapsulate that flaming car while they pull people out of it. No matter what time of day, there's always at least a couple accidents on that highway going from Canada to Oregon or to California, I guess, if you will. Always. So people rubberneck. It's gooseneck traffic. Whereas when I lived in Baltimore, I never noticed any accidents, but people have a habit of just pulling over on the freeway to eat a sandwich and call someone on the phone, and then everyone rubbernecks and just stares at them. So, like, what should take me 8 minutes to get to work was essentially a 35-minute drive to work because someone decided to eat their bagel on the freeway. I don't know what to do there. Like, it's just silent fury in your car. You're just like, what the fuck? You know? Like, at least they're not driving and talking on the phone, but also, like, maybe the exit that was, like, 12 feet ahead of your car was. But it's all the time. It's, like, definitely not a person in an accident. This was a very reoccurring thing. It's totally regular in Baltimore. It was very strange. I don't get it. Oops, sorry. The population dropped 30%. Damn. Oh my God. Oh, you're a car salesman? I've had asthma. I have asthma and I've had pneumonia 9 times. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, honestly, at this point, like, what else do you have? I get it. I get it. 100%. That fucking sucks. I'm a respiratory therapist by trade, by the way. So you're like my brand of care for. I'm so sorry. That fucking sucks. Oh, it was crazy every fucking day. 2 days a week, I used to work at the same hospital as my mom, so we would carpool to work, and I would just watch these accidents every morning. I was like, you could Google map it, and that's how we would figure out if we were going to take, I think it was I-9 or 405 to the hospital we worked at, because it like kind of went in a loop, and you'd get there either way. And every way, there'd at least be 4 to 7 accidents the entire way. And it's just like, some of them were terrible, some were just fender benders. It's usually people who are overtly fucking exhausted driving to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. When they went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, they fall asleep at the wheel with their coffee in their hand. They spill their coffee. They crash into someone in the middle of the freeway. They just stop their cars, and there goes 4 lanes of the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame them, but also, just as a cultural fucking suck. It's a cultural suck. It is, right, Mayo? But like, what do you do? I hate the staring people who look at the pretty flowers on the side of the road. Oh my God, the goosenecks. It's goosenecks. Like, they have nowhere to be. Hello, Noita Love, how are you? I'm actually literally about to raid Dan. Let's raid Dan. I almost forgot. You guys got me talking. But I will be live tomorrow morning. I have no therapy. I've got nothing, thankfully. I'm going to go journal about therapy now and, have some emotions, I guess. Let me see. Domestic Daniel, who, again, is doing, like, these really strange silent streams, which I'm kind of very into. I'm going to top my bowl off, Fiata, because I love you and you deserve it. All of you, really, but Fiata is always here to cheers. I love that there's always someone in chat who will cheers with me and or cheers with other people. That's, like, the coolest thing about our community is you guys are dope. No pun intended. Or intended, if you like it. It was fun. I'd like to finish this. So we're going to finish. So usually if you're new to my stream or you're just hanging out, I usually start my stream around 9 o'clock in the morning, mountain time in the United Statesian land. But I want to finish this game. And then, like I said, I'm going to download Gorogoa. I think I said that right. I did because I wrote it down in a post-it. Gorogoa, which is another like really cool, just point and click kind of adventure game kind of thing. That Glut purchased for me as a fucking gift. It popped up right after stream last time. Thank you, Glut. But I want to do both of those tomorrow, which should be cool. Zach's played both and said they're both just phenomenally beautiful. And this one so far, I would like games like this forever. Like if this like beautiful, immersive, atmospheric kind of click adventure games, like not adventure, discovery story games, I guess. What would you call this? Would that be like? I love that shit. It's great. Hand's okay. It's not doing bad. It doesn't hurt unless something hits it. And then it's like, oh no. But good. I mean, literally, it closed up in 3 days, which is insane for how deep it was. But at least it didn't get fucking infected. Thank you for caring and asking. Can you imagine 30? I mean, I can. My town was really small, though. All right. Cheers, bitches. Be nice to my friend Daniel. He's doing silent streams to rest his voice. It's delicious. Same, Shinobi. Be good, rest. Don't forget to wash your hands and brush your teeth. Pee after sex. I love you. Be safe and take your joy. Get some sleep, and I'll see you fuckers tomorrow. It's Taco Tuesday. Lick some taint.